All right. What is good, everyone? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome to the stream and JoJo Friday. Shout outs to everybody here. Appreciate all of you guys. What is good to everyone? Thank you so much for joining me today on this glorious day to talk more about video games and more. And yes, Dior, Dior was beaten again. Yes. Dior was beaten. Yes, Dior was beaten. It is a thing that happens. But, you know, it happened again, but that's okay. Dior is still second here, so it happens. But what's good, everyone? Welcome to the stream. I hope all of you guys are doing good. I know I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited to bring you guys tonight's stream, JoJo Friday, and more. It should be a great stream, man. I'm looking forward to talking about various video game stuff. And all of that good stuff. So yeah, man. So yeah, it is what it is. The Switch is not a tin can. I think a lot of you guys think because of the general media that the Switch is like a freaking N64 power-wise. It is not out of the realm of possibility that Xenoblade looks the way that it does and runs the way that it does on Switch. It's what is it, 720p to 1080p or something like that, 30 frames per second game with some dips. It's not out of the realm of possibility that it looks and runs the way that it does. Now, you know, in my opinion, at least, like I said, the Switch is much more powerful than more powerful than a Wii U, and considerably a step up from PS3 and 360, and those systems had some incredible looking games on it. So I don't think that it's this crazy thing that Xenoblade looks and runs the way that it does. I mean, in my opinion, like I don't think it is based off of technology and the games that we've seen previously on previous gen to not at this point. But that's just my own personal opinion. I know people think differently. But let's get into the shoutouts though. General Zamora, what's good? Welcome. Dior is here. Nin128. All I want is a Switch 2 Lite that actually switches. A Switch 2 Lite that actually switches. You got baby hands. That's the situation. That's the problem here, right? Baby hands. Bead Queen. What's up, Bead Queen? Welcome. Nin, David B, Epic Globster. Jeffrey Tucker. What's good? Welcome. Life Will Change says we live. Yes, we are live. 777 OG, double OG, Ava Cook. Welcome. Cristobal C with the 47 months. Thank you so much, Cristobal C. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for being a long time elite ninja. Ayo. Hey, what's up, Damien? You gotta play Xenoblade Chronicles X in portable mode. Try it out in portable mode and watch the stream. That's what I would do if I were you. It actually runs, from what I understand, slightly better. And the HD Rumble just works better on Joy-Cons. I don't know if it's because you're holding it or if they did a better job, but the HD Rumble actually, for me at least, works a little bit better. So play it in portable mode and hang out, or simply just have it off to the stream off to the side. Have it off to the side. Shout outs to Vadsent. Welcome, Vadsent. Welcome to the stream. Cuts Lenova. Cool Guy. Sellout. Simply, I can simply wait for AC Shadows to be 25 in less than a few months. You can. Or you can win a copy. Apparently, I got a copy Ubisoft gave me. I didn't know I was getting the review code for it. So, I guess I'm getting a review code for the game. So, yeah, there's that. Say what, it runs better in handheld mode? Slightly from my test. Slightly. Nothing too crazy. Obviously, resolution-wise, not quite as good. But it's a much smaller screen, so it kind of hides some of the imperfections and flaws. But like I said, the difference here isn't anything massive or substantial. Just keep that in mind. General Zamora with the $2. $2 says, let's get started with this stream. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $2, Mr. General Zamora. You are now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Thank you so much for the support, brother. I appreciate you. Anyway, there's two more. You can my man General Zamora at the top of the board. Ayo. Casual Noob is here. What's up, Casual Noob? Not baby hands, but I want a real portable. Switch and Steam Deck are too big, lying down comfortably. I don't think so. Like I said, I think you have baby hands, Nin. I was like, no cap. I was lying down playing it comfortably just like 30 minutes ago. I was lying down playing my Switch OLED comfortably. Honestly, I was. Like, I don't think the size of it makes it more comfortable or not lying down. I'm not sure if that makes it more comfortable. Like, for example, the PS Vita is a lot smaller than the Nintendo Switch, or let's just say the Steam Deck. But the Steam Deck is definitely more comfortable to hold than a PS Vita. I'm almost positive that most people would probably say that a Steam Deck is more comfortable to hold than a PS Vita. Or even like, you know, depending on like, so I don't know if the size in terms of that makes it more comfortable unless you have baby hands. That's the only thing that I can think of. If you have small hands, then yes, playing a tiny little system is more comfortable because your hands are small and it's hard for you to reach buttons and hold on to the system. But if you actually have normal size or larger size hands, playing a tiny system isn't more comfortable. So that's why I go to the baby hand situation every single time. But a smaller system doesn't mean more comfortable. Like I said, a PS Vita is not comfortable for me. It's tiny. A PS Vita is very small. And it is not a comfortable system at all. You know, for me at least. Even like a DS Lite. DS Lite is small. That's not a comfortable system for me to play. It's too small. You know, like, so I don't know. That's just my opinion. Then again, I might be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Shoutouts to Shaw X with the $10 JOJO. And he says, JOJO Fridays, boys and girls. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that, Mr. Shaw X. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. But it's okay. If you have small hands and you like small systems, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Hopefully you get your Switch 2 OLED light thingy, whatever. Hopefully you get that, Nid. I'm hoping you do. But it's okay if you have small hands. You know, there's nothing wrong with having small hands, you know? Nothing wrong with that. If you have small hands, you have small hands. Shaw X, thank you so much, though. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big $10. You know the Hokage. Shooting 12 on the board. 3 more. We got an extension. Tonight's going to be a legendary stream. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones with the JoJo. And you guys know what happens when we have to do this right now. Hey, yo, let's go. Yeah, but you gotta hold the guns up on Switch for a long time. What does that mean? I think I know what that means, but I'm not 100% sure what that means. Let's see here. Raising Cane's. Man, that Raising Cane's the most unseasoned chicken of all time. Let's go. Unseasoned, I tell you. Unseasoned. What's up, DeAndre? Welcome to the stream. Flydius, what's up, Flydius? Egomaniac. What's up, light it up. Let's see here. I definitely do not look like LeBron. I think you just kind of see black people kind of looking alike, all looking alike. And that's okay. Your name looks completely from somewhere, like probably European, where you probably see one black person per like a generation. Or maybe you just watch on TV or something like that. But no, I actually don't look like LeBron, really. But it's okay. It's okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't really look like him. I think, like I said, I think we both have a beard, you know? Maybe that's it. But no, I don't really look like him. But a lot of times, like I said, sometimes people, like I said, especially, like, I don't, like, his name looks European. Daniel Felipe, it looks like he's some type of Europe, right? Some type of European. A lot of European people, I don't think they mean it as an insult, but they just don't see a lot of black people. So when they see somebody that, like, black, like, oh, you look like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, you know. It'd be like someone me just saying like every like European person, I don't know, look like someone from that region. Like, oh, everybody look like Messi, or everybody look like, you know, if it's a UK person, everybody look like Daniel Craig or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nonsense for people that live in that region, but might be different for somebody else that doesn't, you know? Let's see here. But it's all good. You got guns, muscles to hold up the Switch for a long time. I don't hold it up though. Whenever I'm playing lying down, I lie down on my stomach. And I play it like this, so I actually don't have to hold it up. But I do have a grip. I have the Ronin Satisfy grip, and this grip is awesome, man. It's so good. It's so good. Yo, Mr. Marvel with the big 20-pound donation. Yo, JoJo boys in the house once again. Double JoJo times 2. And he says, OJ, the Xenoblade King, best track in Xenoblade X. Best track in Xenoblade X. Probably for me, Theme X, man. Xenoblade X, Theme X. I love Theme X. It's so good. So I'm gonna go with Theme X. It's a great theme. It's a great theme. And you are a great person, Mr. Marvel, with the big 20 British pounds. You guys know what time it is. Once again, it is JoJo time. Let's go. Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Mr. Marvel, you done the Hokage. And Stream Ninja, anybody does 20 more. You can be my man, Mr. Marvel, on the board. Marvelous. Hey, let's go. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Mr. Marvel. All right. Thank you for the support, though, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big 20. Playing Xeno X right now on my couch. Gotta play. I actually got my room set up, so I was playing a little bit docked. I've been playing a bit portable. And yeah, it's good. I showed off some button mapping. So maybe I'll tell you, or maybe we can talk about that right now. For those who are playing, if you really want to get the most like out of the comfort of playing, you got to use button mapping. It's the same button mapping scheme that you can use for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, the first game, on the Switch. So essentially what you do, do I have a Pro Controller? I do. What you do is you take the ZL and ZR, right? Or more like the left and right on the D-pad. On the Nintendo Switch, button mapping screen. The left and right, map those to ZL and ZR. So if you're playing with the Pro Controller, map it to ZL and ZR. So therefore, when you're like playing in combat, you can use ZL and ZR to scroll the arts instead of the D-pad. So you can keep your left hand, on the analog stick so you can move and scroll at the same time. If you don't do that, you can't, unless you're playing like this and trying to, go like this, there's no way for you to actually move and scroll at the same time. You have to take your hand off, and it just creates a little bit of a disconnect while playing, especially like in some tense battles. So I recommend doing that. If you're playing in portable mode, you got to make it a little bit different because it's very easy to move your hand over to jump, because essentially the ZR is the jump button. So it's very easy to move your hand over to the D-pad when you're playing like this. But if you're playing in portable, you have to map the jump to the L bumper, the shoulder button, the L shoulder button, map it to there. Although now you can't, there's no access to quick commands for your team members. And there's also, unless you map it to something else. You can map it to the D-pad if you want. Yeah, you can just map it to the D-pad. Yeah, you can just map it to the D-pad. But then you also can't, you can't scroll left when it comes to, enemies on the overworld map. Usually, you can target, right bumper and left bumper. You can just, go back and forth and scroll. You can only do the right and then just cycle back. I mean, so that there's that. And also the menus. But outside of that, it's fine, no problem. So yeah, do that, and it makes the game actually a lot more fun to play. It's a little bit annoying. At the beginning, it's fine, when you don't really have much arts and all that, but as you start stacking arts and start getting a lot more, it becomes more and more annoying. Especially when you get tougher battles. And you got all these commands that are coming out and potentially taking your hand off of something and then, missing the soul voices. So yeah, it's a good idea to do that. So yeah. I think I want Xenoblade Chronicles X, but is it a fine start to the series? I mean, you can, but just remember that the other games aren't like this. It doesn't connect, gameplay-wise. Yo, Cyber Taurus! Jump Force 40!
Big weekend for games.
Hey!
Calls for a big JoJo Friday. Let's go.
Yo, the JoJo Friday Jump Force 40! My man Baron with the Jump Force. We gotta watch that over again, why he got so angry. Jump Force! Jump Force! That's still the greatest. I still contend that is the greatest clip of all time that nobody really talks about. I don't know how that's not a meme. I don't know how that's not a huge meme across the internet, the Jump Force. I don't know how it did it, but I think I need to turn it into one. I think I need to actually turn that into a meme. Maybe if I start promoting it as a meme online, or react to it and put it up on the channel. I think that's one way to get that. That needs to be a meme. It needs to be. I remember when Baron came to the stream, and I think it was Bead Queen saw Baron, and she donated 40, and Baron goes, "What the hell? Why am I on your screen?" Cyber Taurus, it was so funny. I forgot what stream it was, but it was either Bead Queen or it was somebody. Somebody dropped it, and that was the first time Baron saw the fact that I used that clip for it. And he's like, "What the hell? Why am I on your screen?" He said, "That's me." Shout outs. Appreciate that. Let's go, man. Thank you for the big support. Big love. Big love to my man, Cyber Taurus, with the Jump Force 40. Ayo. Oh my gosh, yo. We already at 72. Let's go. Double, triple platinum tonight. Double, triple platinum tonight. Ayo, let's go, man. Big weekend for games. Big weekend for games, man. It's so good. It's so good. So good. So yeah, man, this is great stuff. Great stuff. It's a terrible GameStop conversation on Xenoblade. They uploaded. They had no idea what they were talking about. I didn't. Somebody, I mean, it's GameSpot. So, I mean, I'm never really going to pay attention to anything GameSpot has to say. Give me the Cliff Notes version as accurately as possible. Give me that version as accurate as possible. But no, we just started this stream, Daniel Felipe. We just started, man. You're good. You are good. And also, Cyber Taurus, if you want some if you want some music, let me know what track. Remember, if you drop a dono tonight, put your track in the message. If you forget, that's okay. Just drop it in the chat, and I got you. But Akira, yeah, man, I suggest starting with Xenoblade 1. But you can always start with X. Just remember that X it's not quite like the other games. So just remember that, or just keep that in mind. We are going to be giving away games on the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation. I have some giveaways and some other stuff planned for the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation. So I do have that planned. So yes, there are some games giveaway, but not tonight. But yes, for that, yes. What's up, Nick93? What's up, Nato Mario? What's up, the cool guy? What's up, Bad Set? So it felt like we needed a jump force. We needed a jump force, man. It's a jump start. A jump start to the jump force. Let's see here. But it's all good. Xenoblade 3 soundtrack. All right, I got you, man. I got you on that one. Xenoblade 3. Let's go. Weight of Life is all. I mean, you can never really go wrong with Weight of Life. You know, it's a pretty good track. George FT with the 20 months. Hey, shout outs to George FT. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the 20 months. Miguel, are you co-member of the Spawncast podcast? Are you a co-member? I'm a guest on the Spawncast. I don't know what co-members. That's a guest, right? Yes, I'm a guest. I'm like 13 hours into X right now, and it's so addictive. I've been doing most entirely side quests, Infinity Quest. Can't wait to unlock first scale. Yeah, it's so fun, man. I've been doing it. I'm only about 5 hours in because I got to take care of my boy. You know, when I'm not streaming or editing, I'm taking care of my son a lot. But anytime that I can slip in some Xenoblade time, I'm trying to slip the Xenoblade time in when I can. Night when he's asleep. You know, but yeah, it's good stuff. I'm gonna try to put in at least a good solid, like maybe 4 to 5 hours this week, and maybe a couple hours tomorrow, a couple hours the day after. So hopefully I'll get to about 10 hours by the end of the week, or by Sunday, more like it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm taking Sunday off probably, so I'll probably play a lot on Sunday when I'm not, like I said, when I'm not taking care of my boy, like when he's asleep and stuff. So. I'm happy I waited for Switch 2 for Xenoblade. Artistically, they look so good. Possible res boost and frame rate will make the game so much better. Yeah, I mean, that might be the case, but Mango Man, I doubt you'll actually end up playing through all the Xenoblade games. Like, they take way too long, and there's going to be a bunch of other games that are coming out to play on top of whatever else you play on other systems. So chances are you're not going to really play through all of them. Chances are, a lot of people just say that, and then they probably aren't going to actually play through it. They just say that because they think that they're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much better. But dude, the games take so long to beat, and there's going to be a bunch of new games. So chances of you actually going through and playing through every because you waited, and playing through every single Xenoblade game, in addition to playing through all the other games that are coming, new games that are coming out that you want, it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely, but we'll see. I'm not going to sit here and say that you're not going to do it 100%, but you're probably not going to do it. Probably not. For people that waited, it's just too much time. I mean, we're looking at every Xenoblade game, you're looking at 400 plus hours. Like I said, not counting not counting the new games that are coming out. So chances are you'll probably just skip them, or you'll just play for a bit and just say, this is taking too long, I'm gonna move on to something else, you know. It's, for me, it's always better to play the games if you can within the time frame. If you wait too long and you let them stack up, it's just gonna go into your backlog and you're probably never gonna play it, you know, or you're gonna play very little of it as new things come out and life goes on, you know. So that's what I will say with that. We started my workout routine we discussed yesterday. Got a dumbbell. When it's warm, I'll be running outside. Nice. Sounds good, Miguel. Persona 4 Remake likely? Unfortunately, yes. Yes, Persona 4 Remake is likely. All right, let me read what Mr. Marvel had to say here. One bloke called story junk food. The other didn't even know there was a Xenoblade 3. Yeah, I don't know why why are they talking about Xenoblade? I don't get it. If they don't know anything about it, why are they just talking about it? Because, wait, are they talking about Xenoblade X? Are they talking about all this series? Like, what was the conversation like, Mr. Marvel? Like, why did it get brought up, you know? So, yeah, I want to know more about that. RGT said he played Xenoblade 1 on the 3DS during his RGT SAS stream yesterday. Well, so, take that, OJ. He does play Xenoblade. He did play Xenoblade 1. He said he played it like 15 years ago. So, he said he played it on the Wii. He didn't say 3DS. He said Wii. So, did he play it on the 3DS and the Wii? Or was it just the... Because he said 15 years ago. You know, Xenoblade... It came out 15 years ago in Japan on the Wii. So I'm guessing my brain automatically defaulted to, if he said like 15 years ago, he meant 2012 or around that time. So about, you know, 12 years ago, right? Or 13 years ago. About 13 years ago. So my brain defaulted to that. Xenoblade Chronicles on the new Nintendo 3DS, I think that came out in like 2016, 2015. That didn't come out 15 years ago. Or anywhere near that was like a 2015 or 2016. I forgot exactly when. Or was it sooner than that? It might have been. Either way, it came out obviously after the what's it called? After the Wii, after the Wii version came out, right? Let's see. Why Persona 4 Remake on S2 isn't Persona 4 Golden, the other version of P4 on the original PlayStation 2? I don't recall anybody saying why is it on Switch 2 or it's only on Switch 2. I never said that, so I'm not sure why you're phrasing the question that way. It says Persona 4 Remake likely, and then it says comma. There's a comma after that. It doesn't say Persona 4 Remake likely on Switch 2. There's a clear comma in between that if I'm not correct. Let me double check. Okay, yes, Persona 4 Remake likely, comma. Nintendo Switch 2 success discussion, comma, Xenoblade X DE. So you got to look at the commas, brother. The commas break things up so you can understand what's being said. But it never said anything about it's only on Switch 2. But yes, if Persona 4 Remake comes out, it's probably gonna be multi-platform. It's probably going to be on all systems. I mean, Persona 3 Reload was on Xbox, PlayStation, and if the Nintendo Switch 2 was out, it would be there. It's already rumored to be on Nintendo Switch 2 as well. Persona 3 Remake or Reload. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure what to tell you, brother. Let's see here. Okay, I already read that. GameStop guy said that Okay, I already read that as well. Yes, I mentioned. Yeah, you mentioned it again, Monado. Again, thank you. Thank you for letting us know. I appreciate it. Persona 4 doesn't need a remake. 1 and 2 would be awesome, though. Persona 3 didn't need a remake, and we got it. So, Last of Us, was it Last of Us Part 2 or Last of Us Part 1? That didn't need a remake either. We got it. So, whether we need it or not, it's irrelevant. But, yeah, like, I agree. I think Persona 4 is fine, but they're going to remake it because they made money off the first one. So, they're probably going to reuse the assets for Persona 3 for Persona 4 remake. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. X was the forefront, but they talked about the series as a whole. Yeah, I definitely, I'm not listening to GameSpot. I don't listen to be honest, man, I don't really listen to a lot of the mainstream websites content. I used to when I was younger, and then that's when you mature and you get older and you realize that a lot of the time they don't even know what they're talking about, half the franchises, because they don't play everything. So I stopped kind of listening. I kind of stopped tuning in, you know, unless it's like clips on Twitter or something like that, you know. Um, let's see here. Shout out Style Boys. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I must explain punctuation. It's okay though. Like I can sometimes you see the title and you just read it all as one. You know, but yeah, I mean it's gonna be multi-platform. If they do a Persona 4 remake, it's gonna be multi-platform. The original game of Persona 4 was on the PS2, then it was on the Vita, then it came to PC, then it came to Xbox, PlayStation, Switch as well. So that's the trajectory of Persona 4. But yes, the original game was on PS2. It's a good game. The original game's good. Persona 4 Golden's better. Obviously the remasters are really good. So yeah. Persona 3 was also the most wanted for a remake. They remade it. Persona 4 is not the most wanted, but hey, look, be careful what you ask for. You wanted them to remake stuff. Okay. You know that they're going to try to flip those assets though, right? Like, Persona 3 Remake sold over 1 million units like almost instantly. That's like so much money that they just got, plus all the extra sales. They're gonna try to take that and make more. Nick 93 with the 5.
Stephen A. Smith saying he was wrong. Lol, bunch of Lakers were hurt, but he was tied as the top scorer last night. Grinding
All right.
AC Shadows this weekend. We eating good, so many good games.
Yeah, Bronny still should be in the G League. I still think that he should be in the G League. But he's not. So doesn't matter what I have to say, you know. But Bronny should be in the G League. I did see the game. I mean, I saw the highlights. And yeah, it's okay, but he should be in the G League. He should just stay. He should have been in the G League for this year, and just stay there. But I get it though. But yeah, people were hurt, so it's good that they pulled him up. But yeah, people were hurt, so yeah, pull him up, let him get a chance. He did okay. Let's see here. The only thing they have to get right is keeping the vibe of the original P4 because that really makes the game. The vibe of the original P4. Vibes are important with Persona games, right? Yeah, vibes are important. They're important. Still no Bloodborne remake. Thank you, Nick93 with the $5 dono. I appreciate that. Shout outs to Bronny as well. Bronny doing good. You know, Bronny doing good. But yeah, man, it just sucks because, you know, when you're the son of a incredibly talented multi-billionaire or billionaire athlete that's like one of the best ever, the chances of you living up to that are like slim to none. Like I can't even think of a guy that's like one of the best ever and their kids are like goated. Like in the modern era, there's like nobody. So Bronny's no different from like thousands upon thousands of other kids from superstar parents. Like most of the time the kids aren't as good. And that's just natural because the chances of getting the genetics of LeBron are like once in a generation, right? Like almost actually never happens. So you can't blame the kid, but he's trying as hard as he can, you know? Let's see here. Almost forgot. I finished the second episode of season of Invincible this morning. Damn. Oh, nice. Invincible's really good. Let's go. No, listen, Bronny's, he's okay. He's okay. It's just, you know, you see his dad and like his dad was like one of the best players in the NBA in his rookie season, averaged 20 plus points a game, blah, 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 was all-star for the past 20 years or whatever. It's like Bronny's just not that good. Like he's nowhere near as good as his dad, which is fine. He doesn't have to be as good as his dad. He can just try his best and be as good as he can be. Everybody's not as good as their parents, you know? And this is, some people are better than their parents, but you know, a lot of people are not when it comes to these athletes. So because I have always said this and I'll say it again, sometimes you just get a gene. You get a rare trait that just makes you just creator talent. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing that, yeah, you got to hone that talent, but it's just part luck, part whatever, you know? Shout outs to African Triforce with the 3.
Amazing that Xenoblade Chronicles X loads up faster than a PS5 game. I hate to say this, but Monolith Soft is starting to surpass even Nintendo's capabilities when it comes to technical prowess.
Monolith Soft is Nintendo, so I don't see how that's like, they are Nintendo. They wouldn't be able to surpass Nintendo's technical capabilities if they didn't have the funding from Nintendo. If they weren't actually part of Nintendo and the funding from Nintendo, like Monolith Soft is not some type of outside entity that somehow gets to work miraculously on Nintendo hardware. They're involved. They know the hardware, the in-depth processes, and Nintendo's engineers work with them. Nintendo also works on Xenoblade Chronicles. It's not just Nintendo has their own producers and their own technical support and expertise. So it's a fused collaboration. It's not Monolith Soft as this outside company working with Nintendo and talking to them. It's like, no, they're the same company now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're a development team within that. You know, we wouldn't say the same thing about, like, let's just say the Zelda team or like the Mario team that got Mario Odyssey running at 60 frames per second for a launch title, you know, looking good on the Switch, right? So a lot of the people at Nintendo have really good technical expertise and stuff like that. Like I said, look at Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey looks beautiful, and that was in 2017, right? So it's not really about, like, they all work together to get what they get done. You know what I'm saying? Because look at Xenoblade Chronicles 2, right? Look at that game, and then now look at where they've got. So it was a collaboration to get better and better as the gen goes on, not necessarily like, you know, they did this, you know? But it's all good. It is all good. Shout outs to the African Choppers. Thank you for the $3. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 3. Not everyone can be Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, and even like Ken Griffey Sr. was good, but it wasn't like Ken Griffey Sr. was like, oh my god, like, you know, like Hank Aaron or anything like that, you know? But yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. was better than Sr., yes. Akira, I cannot say the last name. Nishikiyama. Okay, I can't say it. Imagine if they released a spin-off P4 set 10 years later in between P4R and P6, and they did that with P5, and a young P6 protag appears as an NPC like they did with Vincent from Catherine in P3P. That is a lot of this P3, P4, P6, P5, P6. That is a lot, man. That is a lot. I appreciate the 10, JoJo. Let's go with that. Somewhere I got mixed up in that, but I'm going to take your word for it. That would be crazy and awesome. I'm going to take your word for it. I'm also going to give you I'm going to hit you with one of these. How about Persona 4 music remix? How about a remix so we don't get copyrighted by crazy people? Apocalypse remix. Thank you, my man Akira, with the $10 dono. Thank you so much with the JoJo. 9 on the board, almost at the first platinum. Hey, yo, let's go. Yeah, that was epic. That was actually pretty epic, Akira. I like it. I like the style. I like the style. Yeah, the team that developed Tears of the Kingdom would like a word. How big is that game? The sandbox where you can build anything, plus the game ran well. Yeah, like, I mean, Monolith Soft also helped out, but clearly there's a lot of technical expertise on the Tears of the Kingdom team as well, you know? So yeah. I don't have any predictions for the Switch 2 Direct right now. We'll wait till we get closer to the Switch 2 Direct, and then maybe I'll have some predictions. But right now, I don't have any predictions. I don't have any major predictions to go over. Outside of, like, the typical Mario and, you know, Mario Kart, 3D Mario. You know, maybe we see the first, like, Splatoon 4. So, yeah. Let's see here. OJ, why am I enjoying X more than 2 right now? I don't know, because you like it more than 2? I'm not sure. I'm not you. Whatever reasons why, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with liking one game more than another game, if that's what you like. Let's see here. A game set 10 years after P4 would likely include Nanako in high school, so she could be a big plot point. Listen, I think that P6 probably will be like a new setting, new stuff, new. I think it'll be like kind of like a new thing, you know? I don't know if they're going to use somebody from the past and stuff like that, but we'll see for sure, Akira. We'll see what they do with Persona 6 and all that. But yeah, we will definitely see. I don't know about a spinoff, though. I mean, I don't think that they're going to do a spinoff, but they might. I mean, they did Persona 5 Strikers, the Phantom Strikers, so it's definitely possible, for sure. I mean, they've done a few Persona 4 spinoffs, but they've been like a music dancing game, right? And like a fighting game. Nothing that's like a single-player adventure spinoff, you know? Is X a more passive experience than the rest of the series? I don't know what that means. But if you mean story-wise, yes, a little bit. But I don't know what that means, like passive. I don't get that. What's up, Gaming Manor? Shout outs, man. Welcome to the stream. My family's been good, dude. How has your family been? Yo, Marvel, Mr. Marvel with another $20 no. Hey, yo. Yo. Just remember when your friend Jordan said The Last of Us had better combat than Astral Chain 2019? Still makes me laugh to this day. Yeah, we were a little bit hard on him on that. Was it on the PE podcast, or when did he say? I know he was. When did he say that? I forgot when he said that exactly. But I think there was one podcast where he kind of like, I think I kind of pissed him off because we were all kind of ganging up on him about that take, or about a take about Astral Chain. But I want to apologize. Obviously, I've apologized to Jordan. So shout outs to Jordan. He's allowed to have his opinion, of course. Yeah, I do remember him saying something slightly like that. I do kind of, but I don't remember when he said it, like where exactly he said it. But yeah, he doesn't like Astral Chain. I made fun of it in the Spawncast Awards. I made fun of that, like how he likes boring games, you know? Let's go. Thank you so much for the support, though. Well, Death Stranding was the game that I made fun of, not The Last of Us. I like The Last of Us, but Death Stranding was the game that I said that he'd rather play a boring game than a good game. Shout outs to Mr. Marvel. Appreciate that. And also Clabby94 with the $8.
FOJ, let's get some jungle tunes.
Hey.
Player's choice. Off topic. Any plans for a Patreon or similar in the future? I know we have YouTube membership.
Yeah.
Just curious. I remember you said 2025 was gonna bring big changes for the channel. Anything to announce?
Yeah, like with the Switch 2 coming, we're going to be doing that. Obviously, those changes are coming. I'm currently in the mix of finishing up this room. I've got my chair in here. I've got everything. So finishing the room would be the number one thing. We do have a Patreon. The problem with the Patreon is that the Patreon isn't, it's the same as the YouTube channel here. So what I want to do is I want to create a Patreon, because we do have one. It's up. Player Essence. We're on Patreon. I do get some people to support me on there. We do have some people that are Patreon members. And essentially it's like the same as what you get here. But I do want to build the Patreon around extra content and around the podcast with myself and Stealth. I think that's what I want to build, the Nintendo Switch 2 podcast that we're looking at creating. I want to get some custom graphics. I want to get a bunch of cool stuff, but I want to have a video ready when I'm ready to do that. But I do want to hire someone to get some graphics for us, to get some custom stuff, like a custom border and all these different things for like a new podcast show. I did the podcast a little bit, the PE podcast, like with Stealth, but I think it was a little bit too early. Now that the Nintendo Switch is in full swing, I want to reveal it right around that time. So me and Stealth are working on something. We should have something ready to go, and I am going to revamp the Patreon to be built around it. But we do have a Patreon right now. If you want to support, you can. But I would say hold off on that because it's just the same rewards that you get here on with the membership. And wait till we have our podcast up, and then from there we'll go. Which I did kind of tune it, but don't worry, it's coming.
JOJO Friday.
Yo, shout outs to Clabby, shout outs to my man Ice Sizzle with the sizzling bacon JoJo. Hey yo, let's get some jungle tunes. DK in the house. Hey yo, DK. Music. All right, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Donkey Kong. Thank you for the support, Mr. Ice Sizzle. Appreciate that for the big $10 JoJo Friday 129. Yo, are we double platinum in here? We're gonna, we might get double platinum, but we're gonna get this first. Let me break. Hey yo. It didn't play the sound. That's okay. The limit break was up, boys and girls. The limit break was up. Let's go. And oh, there we go. Okay, now that I'm hearing the sound. Maybe you guys heard it before. Maybe you didn't. Either way, I appreciate that. Let's go. And the JoJo. Did someone say bacon? Bacon. Bacon, baby. Yo, Mr. Marvel. Shout outs to Mr. Marvel. Shout outs to Clabby. Shout outs to Ice Sizzle. Appreciate you guys, man. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. Or the stream, more like it. Jordan was right. Jordan was definitely not right. I can name a million reasons why Astral Chain Combat beats out The Last of Us. And I like The Last of Us. But I can name like a million reasons why. Where do you want me to start? Where do you want me to start? Customization, the amount of options that you have, combo, flexibility, oh my goodness, leveling, oh my gosh, where else do you want to go with this? Enemy variety. I mean, I can take this to the next step. innovation. So yeah, it's just not comparable. I know you've never played Astral Chain, because only somebody who doesn't know or never played Astral Chain would say something like that. I know you've never played it, Nick. That's the whole point. Let's see here. It's funny, the Xenoblade games have been my only time I've used my Switch remapping feature, and I've had to do it for every game in the series. I didn't use the remapping for Xenoblade 2 or Xenoblade 3. What did you use the remapping for Xenoblade 2 and 3? Let's see here. But Astral Chain runs terrible. No, it runs fine. It actually runs fine. Bringing the PE podcast back with the Switch 2 era. Yes, but I'm going to call it something else. I'm not going to call it the PE podcast. We're going to call it like Nintendo Switch 2 something podcast or Switch 2 podcast, or there's probably already that, but we're going to figure out a name. I got to get working on that. We're going to have a new banner. We're going to have a new YouTube banner that's going to be kind of like themed, like Switch 2 themed. We're going to have a bunch of cool stuff I'm working on. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm actually going to be designing the banner myself. I designed the last banner for the channel. I'm going to be designing another banner for the channel. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to take, oh my gosh, I'm going to take all day to design a banner. I'm just going to sit inside this room taking my Sunday to design a new banner, for the Switch 2 coming up. But, yeah, it's going to be fun. So yeah. He says, but the Astral Chain did not win Game of the Year. It definitely did not. Definitely did not. But we're talking about gameplay. Obviously, story, graphics, what else? Sound design. There's a lot of other things that go into winning Game of the Year. And it's not always just about the gameplay. I can tell you that. From the Game of the Year winners that we've gotten, it's definitely not all about gameplay. I can tell you that. So yeah, I can't remember how many times whenever these Steam Deck fanboys, YouTubers generally always say Astral Chain is an example of probably Switch games. I don't think they really use Astral Chain as an example. I don't think I think they use like Pokemon and they use others. I don't think they really use Astral Chain too much as an example. From what I've seen at least. Let's see, even though we don't get Astral Chain sequel someday, I will be so disappointed. I think one of these days we'll get an Astral Chain sequel, guys. It will happen. We just have to be patient. We just have to be patient. And it'll happen. Robert says Astral Chain is so good. It is so good. It is so good. I'm hoping that there is a 60 FPS patch. I think there will be a 60 FPS patch on Switch too. But yeah, it's all good. Shout outs to Sharks. Yeah, I said it. Platinum Games comes with better combat than any Western dev. Yeah, I would, for me at least. Yeah, I haven't played a game outside of maybe. I mean, I don't think there's really any Western dev that I can say, like, you know, pound for pound combat wise. Nothing really. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Mass Effect, but not really. Not against Platinum Games, no. But that's just me. I mean, obviously people would disagree with that. Simeon Quinn with the 100 core crystals says, getting in. I read about the Switch 2 second screen attachment on Forbes. It's speculation. And I hope that that's true. Yeah, it's a speculative piece. It's not like a 100% happening. And my question is that what's the best way to send my email? The easiest way for me to type in the chat. My music request is Chrono Trigger Undersea Palace. The best way to send email, you can send me. I mean, you can send to my email if you go on my YouTube page. My email's there. Also on Twitter, my email's on there. So you want to send me an email, or you want to put your email in the chat? Which one? Simeon Coin. All right, let me get this next music going here. So, Chrono Trigger, Undersea Palace. All right. Thank you so much for the 100 core crystals. Thank you so much for the 100 core crystals. I appreciate that. Either Pokemon or Astral Chain or Holy Grail. Yeah, I don't think they include Astral Chain in those games. I think maybe you saw that one time and you're including it. But Pokemon, yes. Hyrule Warriors, absolutely. But I don't think Astral Chain's included in that. Maybe like Xeno 2, you know. But yeah, not really Astral Chain. Because when Digital Foundry did their tech analysis on it, they weren't like, oh my god, this runs horrible. Usually it runs hand in hand with what Digital Foundry says, and they didn't say that about Astral Chain. So yeah, they did say there's like one part where it's kind of like iffy, but yeah, for the most part, it's good. Yeah, they usually use Pokemon. They usually use, like I said, sometimes Xenoblade, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that's like considerably worse than like 30, like, you know, with a lot of dips or a lot worse than 30 frames, you know. We are playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. I am playing Xenoblade Chronicles X as well. As Lyco Ace or Lyco Ace. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that. Let's go. Only Western dev that comes somewhat close to Santa Monica with God of War. Yeah, I can see that. Still taking platinum. Yeah, I can definitely see like Sony Santa Monica with like God of War. Like their combo system in Ragnarok is pretty crazy. Like it's pretty good. I mean, it's not quite as elaborate as like God of War 3, but it's still really good. It's still a really good combo system. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm at the beginning of the game, but yeah, I'm at the beginning. The game just came out yesterday, so I haven't really been no-lifing it. I gotta work. I haven't had time. I gotta take care of my son. I haven't had time to just no-life it. So yeah. Still gotta play God of War. Wait, you haven't played the original God of War trilogy? Oh my gosh, what? You haven't played the original God of War, Nick? Wow, that's crazy. I thought you would have played those already. Yeah, the original God of War trilogy is awesome, dude. Plus the two other games. The PSP stuff is good too. But yeah, the original God of War games are so good. A lot of fun. Played some of the first game but never finished it? What? So you never played God of War 2 either? You never played God of War? Never played God of War 2 or 3? Oh, wow, that's crazy, bro. You gotta play the original God of War games, man. Those games are so good. What are you waiting for? No lifing is not an option after having children. It really isn't. There's no such thing, bro. Man, there's been times when it's like dead of the night. I'll be like, okay, I can finally play a game. Da 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 da, and I'm like, oh Lord. I swear I just put this boy to sleep. I'm like 15 minutes in. or my wife will be calling me for something, bro. But by the time that I'm done doing everything, I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta wake up in the morning, do it all over again. So yeah, man, it's crazy. Hey, what's up, Steam Deck Lex? Welcome to the stream, brother. I mean, sometimes, listen, man, if you want to stay married, sometimes you gotta give your wife a break. If the boy or the kids wake up, sometimes you gotta go deal with it instead of your wife let her sleep. You know, that's if you want to stay married. You know. What level am I in Xenoblade Definitive Edition? Do I have it? Is it on? I got it right here. What's up, RGT? Shout outs, man. I got it open right here. Let me check. Because I was playing it before. Level 11, but I'm on my second class. I'm on the second class that I have right now. Party, skills, arts. Yeah, classes. Okay, I always forget the name. I'm on the Samurai Gunner class, rank 2. So I maxed out the Striker. Now I'm on Samurai Gunner, level 11 so far overall with everyone. There you go. Oh gosh. Hopefully that's good. Shout outs though. Yeah, it's level 16. Yeah, Sean, you don't have kids. You don't have kids. You don't have kids, so I can't play as much right now. I can't play. So but no, man. Hey, congrats on that. Keep going. Hopefully you beat it this time. Hopefully you remember to beat the game. I remember you forgot like you didn't remember if you could beat the game or not last time. Hopefully you hopefully you remember to beat the game this time, you know? So it's all good though. Yeah, real Xeno gamer, Shout out to RGT though, man. Appreciate you coming by. Alexi, shout out to Alexi. Let's see here. Did I get the pre-order bonus? I have not picked up my pre-order from Best Buy. I'm gonna go pick it up probably tomorrow. It's just there. Nintendo gave me a review code for the game, and I think I kind of forgot that they did. But even if they did, I'm gonna buy the game anyway, so it doesn't matter. I want the physical copy. But yeah, my copy is at Best Buy. The funniest thing is, like, you know, I don't really live too far away from Best Buy. I can just go get it. But I'm just like, I'll get it when I feel like getting it, you know? So I'll probably pick it up on Sunday. So yeah. I'm guilty to admit that I've never played the original God of War games. Hopefully they get released on PS5 so I can have the opportunity to play them. You can play them on PS4, guys. If I'm not correct, aren't all of the God of War games on PS4 as well? Like, isn't there like a remastered thing on, or am I tripping? I'm almost positive I played like a remastered God of War like on the PS4 at E3 like one year. No? I thought it was. What did I play at E3 that year? I could have sworn I played like a remastered God of War 3 on the PS4 or something. What did I play one year then? Okay, yeah. Okay, God of War 3. There you go. God of War 3 was remastered. Okay, I played that at E3 one year. One year I saw it at E3 and I played that. Okay, that's what it was. Hey, Simeon Coin also says he loves your content, RGT, so shout outs to you, man. God of War was never on PS4. Yes, it is. God of War 3 is remastered on the PS4. Yes, it is. I know. Look, I know. I remember playing it at Sony's booth. Hold up. God of War 3 remastered. God of War 3 remastered. Boom, right here. Greatest hits. God of War 3 remastered on the PS4. Greatest hits. There's the box art and everything. You can get it for 20 bucks at Best Buy. Look. 20 bucks at Best Buy, baby. Boom. Oh, actually, wait a minute. What the heck? Why doesn't... I don't know why my thing's not there. What's going on? Well, it's supposed to be there, but it's not there. So I don't know. My bad, guys. I don't know what happened there. It's supposed to be there, but it's not there. But anyway, it's the freaking God of War. I'm going to show you guys it right now. Hold up. Give me a second. I don't know why my second screen wasn't working like that. But anyway, it's the God of War. It's actually like the whole game. It's like it's the same box art, the same crusty, what's it called? Red box that some people love and I hate. I hate that box, you know? So it's the same one too. So yeah, we're gonna show you guys it real quick. Give me 1 second. For those who maybe are doubting that it's real. Here we go. Boom. Bam, that's it right there. Unless somebody made that box, this box art up. This is a real thing right here. Shout outs to iSonic. Thank you for the 26 months. Let's go, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 26 months. Let's see here. Let's see here. Was it Ascension? No, not Ascension. Not Ascension. You might actually have that. I don't have that one. I don't think I have God of War 3 remastered on the PS4. You can still buy it though. Like which by the way, they'll play on PS5 as well. I mean, it's 20 bucks and they've got plenty of copies at Best Buy, so you can definitely get it if you want it. I might want to cop that though. I might want to go back and play that. I have God of War 3 on the PS3. I have it for the original PlayStation 3. I have it for that, but I don't have it for anything else. Oh, yeah, I don't have the PS4 version. The PS2 greatest hits boxes are great. No, because it looks too weird. The red, they should have just done. They should have just done it a different way. But the whole greatest hits or place, that stuff is done anyway. Nobody even does that anymore because they've all realized that it's a horrible marketing thing to do that. So they all stopped doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Let's see here. God of War Ragnarok in 2022 was not my cup of tea, but 2018 was very good. It's like the same game. It's like the same combat and everything, right? I know the story's obviously different, but the combat's the same, actually better in Ragnarok, if I'm not correct, right? 3 is on PS4, but 1 and 2 on PS2, PS3, and PSP, and PS Vita. Ah, there you go. Yeah. The OG big PS1 boxes were great. The black ones. Oh yeah, I remember the greatest hits. Yeah, I have a couple of those. Those ones were better in terms of the look. Yeah, those ones are better. God of War live service disaster. I know, seriously. The God of War live service disaster. I'm gonna remove this stupid box art from here. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep it up just in case I need to use a different image for something. So yeah, shout outs, guys. Hit that like button if you have not already hit that like button. I appreciate you guys coming out to the stream. We're also gonna be discussing the situation that happened with IGN, and really, it's not a negative or anything like that, guys. It's not a negative. It's simply discussing some of the stuff that happened when it comes to the Switch 2, and people, when it comes to the success or not success of the system, or what's happening, what's not happening, or whatever, you know, like, I think personally, here's my opinion. My opinion on this is that a lot of people don't actually understand why the Switch was successful. Like, they don't fully understand why it's successful. Not fully. Alex, thank you for the Twitch follow, or for the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you so much, Alex. I appreciate that. Really feeling it. Thank you for the follow, or thank you for the, oh my gosh, I don't get many on Twitch, so I don't know what to say half the time. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. Let's go. You guys give him some love. 132 in the chat, man. We are out here. We are going. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Anyway, so yes, IGN kind of thinks that the Switch 1 was like lightning in a bottle or whatever the case is. And I'm here to tell you guys, as someone who accurately predicted before the Switch 1 even came out, and guys, don't bring up the Super Metal Dave stuff, okay? This was after that when I realized exactly what was happening. I accurately predicted that the Switch 1 was going to be a 100 million seller, okay? Accurately predicted. IGN did it. None of their... First of all, I love IGN. I love Brian Altano. I love Casey. I love Per Snyder. I've been on their show, their IGN podcast before. It's awesome. But it's not lightning in a bottle, which they were really more discussing if the as much success. But most systems don't sell 150 million. We all know this. So that stuff's like whatever, right? Just like the PS2, the PS3, PS4, PS5. Obviously, Sony's not going to sell 160 million systems. Clearly, they're not going to do that, right? But it's not lightning in the bottle. And let me tell you the reason why. That was the title of it, but that's not necessarily what they were arguing 100%. They don't 100% understand why the Switch 1 was so successful. I understood it, because what did I say? I said this. I didn't say Nintendo was there's going to be some type of crazy pandemic, and it's going to help with system sales, or that Nintendo was going to get lucky, or that casuals there's going to be some type of Wii Fit hit or something like that. That's what people were guessing if the Switch 1 was going to be successful. I said it was going to be 100 million plus because I looked at statistical data over the course of Nintendo's last number of systems and looked at the actual evidence that we have of them combining home console and portable, and I did simple analytical skills of, hey, look, when Nintendo, even in their worst years, so GameCube, Wii U, whatever the case is, right? They've always, if you combine the home console and the portable, they've always sold upwards of 90 million or 100 million. They've actually never sold under, even with the Wii U, like never under like 80 million combined. So with better marketing, because they got rid of all their marketing people from the Wii U era, essentially, with better marketing, a better focus, Breath of the Wild, and games all dedicated for this one system for the most part, they're going to sell at 100 million. They should be able to do that because they've never actually done under that in their whole entire life of modern generation, or any of since the third generation, right? Since they actually got into the industry. Now, it's kind of weird, right? Because the Game Boy spans like multiple gens, right? Like Game Boy spans from the NES through the N64. So it's kind of weird. But even if you just say, hey, look, okay, Game Boy combined with N64, Game Boy combined with NES, that's still over 100 million regardless of how you split it, right? Well over that. So for me, I looked at it that way. I was like, even with the Wii U and the 3DS, that's still 75 million, plus another 14 million, right? So we're still looking at pretty much almost 90 million. So we're very close to 90 million. And that was the worst. Worst marketing, worst game output, worst everything. That's the Wii U and 3DS has the lowest amount of game output and marketing Nintendo's ever done. It's that was ground level. And that was still 80 something million combined. Okay, now you have one system going forward, 100 million with good marketing, with better games, with all that stuff, it's going to be 100 million. Like, that's what I said. And I think that a lot of these people truly don't necessarily understand that. They look at it very individually, like, oh, well, the GameCube failed, and then they ignore everything else. Oh, well, the Wii U failed, and then ignore the actual reasons when it comes to, like, game output, when it comes to a lot of other stuff that caused it, right? So I think that's the reason why Switch 2 is going to be successful. It's going to be successful because it's a continuation of an already successful product with all of its games on there, with the combination of home console and hybrid. That's the reason why. Of course, maybe it's not going to be as successful in terms of unit sales as Switch. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be more financially successful when it comes to services or other things or making money. They could make more money in some way. When, you know, upping the price of games, $70 games plus, you know, more accessory sales, services sales, right? Whatever you want to say. But yeah, that's my thought process there. Johnny with the $3. 10th super on the live stream. Hey, yo, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Hasn't the Switch lightning in the bottle been said around the weirdos got shut down quickly? I don't know why well, it was their title. Now, they still feel that the Switch 2 is going to be successful, but I think they're really more using it as a title. But yes, that name has been thrown around, because people do think of it that because they think of Wii U. They do not include the 3DS. And the funny thing is that the people who say that made the same mistake with the Switch of not thinking about 3DS, and then they're doing it again of like the portal, like they just repeating the same mistakes. Not all of them, but some of them. You know, not all of them, but some of them. So listen, if it was up to me, if I was a betting man, which I am at times, I wouldn't bet against it. I'll say that. I wouldn't bet against it. Feel bad for Assassin's Creed now. It's getting bombed. It's getting so bombed and it's still only been a day. Getting bombed. What, review bombed? Yeah, review bomb doesn't matter. You shouldn't feel bad for a game, just a random game. But no, it's fine. They'll be okay. Let's see here. Breath of the Wild was never seen before. It was a major factor. Breath of the Wild was a major factor. Don't lie, OJ. You knew COVID would happen. Listen, man. I've lived a long time and I've seen pandemics in my day. COVID by far, in the modern era of the social media, was crazy. But I mean, we had there was other ones. There was like swine flu. There's been other pandemics too. You know, it's not the first one. But it sucks, man, because a lot of people lost their life. So it's not good, obviously. Yeah, I don't wish a pandemic on anyone. I'll say that right now, man. I've lived through a number of them. I was even alive back when people actually got chickenpox. I mean, some people still get chickenpox now, but for the most part, most people are vaccinated against chickenpox, or a lot of people are. But back in the day, nope, we didn't get vaccinated for those. So I remember chickenpox. Oh man, people walking around like, got a bunch of dots and zits on them, going, gotta stand in front of slather oatmeal on yourself and stand in front of a heater. Man, chickenpox was trash. Completely garbage. But I remember that. Most people don't die from chickenpox though. Spanish flu. Oh, yeah, I'm not that old. I'm not Spanish flu old. You know what? I don't remember the scab. You know, I don't remember looking down at my junk when I had the chickenpox. I'll be honest. I don't remember looking down and being like, "Oh no, oh no." I don't remember. I just remember my back being so damn itchy. Oh my goodness. I remember my back, bro. My back, I'm like, Mom, put extra oatmeal on my back. Holy smokes, my back would itch. And you can't itch either. You can't itch it. You gotta leave it. So slather that oatmeal or Vaseline or whatever it was and stand in front of the heater. Man, oh my gosh, that sucked, dude. I don't wish chickenpox on anybody. Do you catch it? Do you actually catch it from chickens? No. You don't catch it from chickens. You don't catch it from chickens. I think it's just naturally in your body. Just everybody kind of has it. That can make it break out. I think it transforms too. Does it transform into shingles or something like that? I'm not 100% sure. Either way, Anyway, it's just kind of there, from what I remember. Oh, I had it too. Couldn't go to school for a week. Yeah, can't go to school. Gotta chill out. Gotta sit back. Man, that was trash. Chickenpox is terrible. I'm glad my daughter and my boy don't gotta go through that. Well, my daughter never went through it, and my boy won't. So that's good, because it sucked. Mate had chickenpox as a kid. I'm a twin, so we both had it at the same time. Yep. All my brothers and sisters. Oh, well, my one brother and my two sisters. We all got it. But we all got it at different times because we're different ages. So we all kind of got it at different times. I remember my brother looking at me like, ha 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 ha. That's what he would do to me. He'd be like sitting there mimicking, and I get so angry, but I couldn't do anything because my back was itching. I'm itching and I'm slathered in oatmeal and freaking Vaseline, so I can't do anything. I'm wearing like a freaking dun-dun-dun. I'm wearing a dun-dun-dun and I'm in oatmeal and I got a dun-dun-dun on with just oatmeal. I'm looking like the Thing. Oh my god, bruh. Oh, bad memories. Not good. Let's see here. Yep, it can transform into shingles. I had shingles last year and it was hell. Spread to my face and almost got my eye. Damn! Flydius? Holy smokes. Yeah, you gotta take care of that shingles stuff too, man. I'm sorry to hear about that, brother. Yeah, I heard it's pretty painful with shingles. Yeah, I remember when I worked for a health company, I remember talking to people about shingles, and I think that's where I remembered, oh yeah, I think it transforms like that, transforms into shingles. Oh man, I called it, yeah, the dun-dun-duns, man. You just gotta wear I got oatmeal on the dun-dun-duns, oatmeal in the dun-dun-duns. You got oatmeal everywhere, bro. It's just, and I know a lot of you young guys are like, what the hell was going on back then? A lot of you young people that got the vaccination for it are like, oh man, what the hell is that? Yeah, back then when I was we didn't have it. We didn't have a vaccination for either. We didn't have a vaccination for it, or many people just, I don't recall people being vaccinated against chickenpox. Polio and all that, yes. But chickenpox, no. Chickenpox, no. I don't remember a lot of people, but now it's like, nobody gets it anymore. Like, oh, well, most people don't. Some people still do, but most people don't. What's up, Party Man Cart? What's up, the Great Wah? Shout outs, guys. Appreciate that. Been running out of your room and you're dun-dun-dun screaming, Mom, what are these? Why are these? Yeah, I remember I was getting prepped. I remember my mom telling me she was telling me, hey, you know, you're going to get this thing. It's going to be all itchy and all this. And I was like, but why? I said, itchy? Why? And she was like, yeah, it's just something that you have to go through. You're not going to go to school. Don't worry. It'll pass by. And then my brother was like, yeah, it's going to suck too. He was like taunting me because he had it, you know? So he was like, ha 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 ha. He was like Roger Klotz or whatever from Doug, dude. He was taunting me. He was obviously brotherly love joking type of way. I just remember him, and I'm just like, man. I remember my sisters laughing at me a little bit because I had to roll around and dun-dun-dun to the living room. They were all laughing at me. I was like, stop laughing! Stop laughing at me! Maybe like looking like a ghetto superhero and ghetto super. Oh my gosh, bro, terrible. Let's see here. Wondering what you think of Kid and Crystal? Nintendo is too sterile and not doing enough with marketing. In their podcast with MinMax, not doing enough with marketing. What, marketing Switch 2 or marketing what? But I didn't hear what they say, so I'm not really gonna comment on what they said. But no, I think Nintendo's doing fine. They got a big Nintendo Switch 2 direct coming up. They obviously announced the whole situation with what was it? Seattle Mariners plus the Switch 2 presentation coming up. So I think it's gonna pick up quite a bit here. Shout outs to Mr. Marvel with the $10 says chickenpox fund. Yo, the chickenpox fund, the chickenpox reparations. That's what I need. The chickenpox trauma fund. There we go, Mr. Marvel. Thank you for another $10 dono. Let's go, man. I appreciate that. Let's get it. Shout outs to Mr. Marvel. Hey, yo, let's go, man. Oh, also another. Here we go. Let's do it again. Wait, hold up. What's going on here? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mr. Marvel. Chickenpox fun. Let's go. Of course, ignore the handheld whether intentional or not. And said before, just hope Switch 2 will fail. Kind of copium. Yeah, Switch 2's not failing though, so it don't matter. But yeah, I mean, Nintendo's gonna the marketing's gonna pick up soon here, man. Like we got the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation. Once we get the actual direct and all of that, I think it's gonna be a bit different. With the Switch 1, it was actually pretty similar to the Switch 1 marketing outside of the Super Bowl commercial. That'd probably be the only biggest difference. But the launch of the Switch 1 was sooner, right? So then the Super Bowl kind of lined up just perfectly. But it's very similar. Some people were saying the same thing like with Switch 1. Like they're not talking about it enough, even after Super Bowl commercial, because that was February. And then, yeah, then March, the system launched. But after October, people were like, where's all the present? Like, they're not marketing. They're not marketing. Even after the Switch 1 presentation, they're not marketing. They're not marketing. That's what people always say. Like, I mean, people always say that. So there's always going to be people say they're not marketing. Like, that's just the normal thing to say. But no, they'll be fine. Once the Switch 2 Direct comes about and there's a ton of games to talk about, trust me, there'll be plenty of marketing and commercials and all that. So let's get to that point first, then we can kind of go from there, you know? Let's see here. I didn't think chickenpox was real. Oh, chickenpox is real. Oh, it is real. I mean, it's not real in your world because most of the people that you know are vaccinated against it, but the chickenpox is actually real. And I don't know why we're not at 15. What are we at? Are we at like... Oh, here we go. You know, I gotta get rid of this image because it's messing up my whole flow. Give me a second here, guys. I gotta get rid of this. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta get rid of that because it's messing up my whole actual flow of stuff. I think we're at 150, so we're half to the double platinum. Let's go, guys. PlayStation does a lot of marketing. I see PS5 logos on NBA games, Premier League games. Don't think I've seen a single Xbox one. Yeah, PlayStation does a ton of marketing. They have deals with a lot of those things too as well. All right, before I get out of here, what are your thoughts regarding the new Xbox having Steam access? I think that'd be pretty cool. I think it might be what they need to do in order to still have some appealing hardware for people. What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. Fell asleep after playing Xeno X for 2 hours, like the good old NES days. Bro, what up? Hey, what up, John? Yeah, I almost fell asleep playing Xeno last night, or more like this morning. So yeah. No, you just got cooked. How'd you get cooked? What happened? What happened? All people asking about chickenpox makes me feel called out as being called out as old. Yeah, if a lot of kids don't know what chickenpox are because chickenpox has not been a thing, I think for like the last 25, 30 years. I don't think kids really get chickenpox like that. But it's been a thing that's been like gone, at least here in the US, for a while because most people will get vaccinated against it. Most children will, babies. So I mean, it hasn't been relevant. Chickenpox have not been relevant for years. Like I said, for some people still get it, but it's very, very not common anymore. So yeah, only old people really know about chickenpox because we got it, you know. So let's see. Is it true that we're getting a Persona 4 remake? It's possibly true. It's likely, but it might not happen. Let's see. A long day at work today, OJ. Thankful for the streams, man. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you coming out. Thank you for supporting as well, man. Cannot itch. I know that feeling. Yes. When you get chickenpox, you itch like hell and you cannot itch. The most that you can do is tell whoever's helping you or yourself to get like the slatherer, you know, and slather some more oatmeal or Vaseline or whatever you use on where it itches. That's the only thing that you can do. But really the heater helps bake it in to help soothe. So like, you know, it's like oats, like when you like, there's like the oatmeal, like lotion or whatever, right? It's the same thing. It was the same concept back then. So you're not allowed to itch. Really, if you itch, it's just gonna make it worse, and it's gonna make it worse, and it's gonna peel your skin off. So or leave scars. So or mess things up. So you can't itch. You just gotta slather more on that area or rub with a slatherer, but you can't. No matter what you can do, you can't pick or itch your skin, and it's literally like that 24/7. You're just like the whole time. You're like, the only time that you even have a little bit of respite from it is when you're asleep. If you can fall asleep, then yes, you probably won't itch in your sleep or you won't remember it. But when you're up, you're constantly itching from day to night with some relief from the oatmeal or the Vaseline or whatever. Oh man, the slatherer. There's a memory. It's like a wooden spoon, right? They usually use it like a wooden spoon and just go dump the oatmeal on you, then use the back of the wooden spoon or the back of the silver spoon to just slather you. Just to slather you with more of it. So, the slatherer. Oh, I love people don't talk about Switch 2 after that direct. I'm so worried about the marketing. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though. When it comes to like news stories and articles, the Switch 2, in terms of like article wise, people every week have been writing articles, have been talking about it. People have been literally, it's been the talk of the Switch 2. Anytime that games get brought up, it's coming to Switch 2, or it's this or it's that. So I mean, the Switch 2 is in all of the core gamers' minds. Now, obviously, casual gamers, it's a little bit different, right? But yeah, man, like the marketing, like I said, it's word of mouth right now. Then once we actually get the Switch 2 Direct, then that's when things will go into overdrive, and there'll be more. But Nintendo's not gonna market the, like, I don't understand why they're gonna market the Switch 2 more now without the games to really talk about it more. Like, you haven't revealed the price, you haven't revealed the release date. There's no point in sitting there and marketing it without a release date and without the games. You got to talk about the games, officially announce the games, officially announce the price, officially announce what you're going to be able to get and when you're going to be able to get it. And that's when you blitz them, instead of just saying, hey, there's this, like, or just saying, hey, there's something coming and it's coming later. You know, Thunderstash made a good point about how Apple does it. You know, Apple, they make a new product. They say, here's the product, new iPhone. It's coming out like in 3 weeks, or it's coming out in a month. They don't wait super long. And I think that's the tone that they're taking. People are still buying Switch 1. Switch is still a popular name. People still think about it. When they see the advertisement, oh, Switch 2 is available now, I can go buy it. That's the lock-in right there. It's like, okay, it's available. Or, hey, the next Mario Kart is out. You need the Switch 2 to buy it. Okay, that's cool. Then you know when you can get it. But it really doesn't make any sense right now to be saying Switch 2, marketing, and spending a bunch of money on marketing for Switch 2 when there's no release date yet. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I get it, maybe talking about it a little bit more, but you have the Direct. That's what the Direct is for. The Nintendo Directs are the ultimate marketing tool. Like, those are the ultimate marketing tool. And Nintendo Directs, in terms of publicity, what you would pay, let's just say if Nintendo did charge to put you in a Nintendo Direct, what you'd actually pay to get into a Nintendo Direct would be a high amount considering how popular Nintendo Directs are, right? Like, let's just say marketing-wise, let's say there's a, I don't know, like there's an advertisement for, like, let's say Skittles or something like that, or let's just say a product. Let's just say Nintendo. I keep on saying let's just say. If Nintendo did do that, where they put marketing into their products, like let's just say I said it again, the Game Awards, right? How they have sponsorships and marketing. They would charge an exuberant amount, especially for this show, because this show is going to be watched by like tens of millions of people. This is going to be the biggest show. So marketing-wise, it'll be fine. This upcoming Switch 2 Direct is going to be streamed, is going to be covered by an international, worldwide, multi-million base. It is going to be crazy. So I'm not really too worried about that, you know? So yeah. Let's say I think they meant marketing in general, as the Nintendo would let their foot off the gas and don't work with content creators, focus more on traditional news outlets. Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, content creators are some of the biggest reasons why things sell now in today's day. Like, so I know that Nintendo, they're definitely working with a lot of new content creators. I saw Luxon has become like a Nintendo partner, right? So they're even working with smaller, specialized content creators. Before, it was kind of just like, there was, I would say, somewhat of a small group, you know, that I was in that. You know, there was a couple, like Click, there was a few people that were in there. There was some other people too, but like, it wasn't that large, but it seems like they're expanding like their partner program. So there's a lot of new content creators that are gonna be working with them, which is cool. And I think that there's gonna be a ton of coverage overall. So I'm not really too worried about the marketing at all. And once again, I'll be proven right. No offense, I'm kidding, Chris, that they work at Nintendo, so they know marketing. They know marketing. But I'm pretty sure once the Switch 2 Direct happens, nobody's gonna be talking about marketing, because the response to the Switch 2 is going to be incredible, especially if they have a lot of games, which I think that they will. People are going to be talking about the new Mario Kart. People are going to be talking about the new 3D Mario. People are going to be talking about maybe the first look at maybe a new Zelda, the first look at a new Xeno game or a new Monolith Soft title. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be such a huge event. So I'm not really too worried about that right now. April 2nd comes around. Let's see what the thought process is there, you know? I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really too worried. This is going to be the biggest Nintendo Direct ever. I'm pretty sure this will be the most viewed Nintendo Direct of all time, at least for right now. Now, once we get into the Switch 2 era, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like this is gonna be the most viewed Nintendo Direct for sure. Like, let me see what's the most viewed Nintendo Direct in terms of on my channel, when it comes to just popularity. Okay. So Nintendo Direct. Let's just look and see. Views. Okay, no, I gotta go to my live and then type in Nintendo Direct. So I remember the 2021 Nintendo Direct. The February 2021 Nintendo Direct. That's my most viewed in 2021. I had 34,000 plus views, so live stream views was crazy if I had 34,000 regular views. But yeah, 2021 and 2022 were like the largest. I had over 12,000 messages. It was crazy. The viewership was wild. We had thousands of people watching. It was definitely crazy. Concurrent viewers wise, yeah, I had the peak was I had 1,284 just on my channel at that time watching, so it was wild. So I can see this upcoming Nintendo Direct being just as big, if not way bigger, just for on a small scale my channel, then of course on a larger scale other channels. So yeah. The Xenoblade 3 reveal. Xenoblade 3 reveal, I don't remember like Xenoblade, I don't remember what I titled it. But I know I was hyped. I don't remember, but that was hype. Oh my gosh. I remember MVG had to let me know, look, I'm not interested in Xenoblade 3, but I watched your reaction. And he was like, I can tell that you really like the game, like the franchise. That was awesome. That was an awesome reaction. I was like, yeah, it was a fun reaction. That reaction, the most fun reactions I remember having were like Xenoblade 3 reveal. That was crazy. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That was crazy. What was it? Trials of Mana. That one like blew me out of my chair because I didn't expect the Mana series to come back like that, like with a full remake for a game never released in the country originally before the collection of Mana, original games. So that was wild. Metroid Dread, I dislocated my pinky finger. There's been some real Astral Chain was, oh my gosh, that was crazy. Astral Chain was lit. Oh man, there's a lot of good ones over the years. Oh, Super Mario. Oh yeah, Super Mario. Okay, yeah. I actually had Nicholas Light, the popular anime streamer, said that his brother reached out to him and said, "Yo, this is the best reaction." Remember, his brother, Nicholas Light, he was he's a million plus anime reactor. His brother didn't know that me and him are actually friends. We're not friends, but like, what I'm saying, like we're cool with each other. We talk, blah, blah, blah. We're cool online and stuff like that. We, DM every now and then and all. He's a cool dude. And it was so funny. That dude's brother texted him saying, "Yo, man, this is the best reaction to the game." And he was laughing so hard because obviously he already knows me and subscribes and watches every now and then. So it was really funny. Like, so that's how I know that reaction was good when people, he had this dude's brother was telling him, "Hey man, like this reaction was crazy." Oh yeah, Pirate Mithrin Smash was good. I need to put together my top 10 reactions in the Nintendo Switch era. I think that should probably be a video that I work on this weekend. We should probably do and I just put them back to back to back to back. Just top 10 reactions, like Nintendo Switch game reveal reactions. And I just clip together my top 10. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because I think I have a top 10 in my head, like what my top 10 actually is, So yeah. Yeah, shout out to Nicholas Light. He just got married, so congrats to Nicholas. He just got married. He's in honeymoon land right now, but yeah, congrats to Nicholas Light, man. He's awesome. No, there's, but yeah, man, it's all good. My favorite all-time reaction from anything you've done was when you pulled the awesome blade in Xenoblade 2, no spoiling. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. When I pulled the Cosmos blade, when I pulled Cosmos in Xeno 2, yeah, that was a pretty good reaction. I think I rolled on the ground at one point. I think I rolled on the ground at one point for the Xeno 2 reaction. Yeah, I gotta put it together. I'll put together my top 10 reactions to all of them. My top 10. We'll put that together. I'll work on that video for you guys. I have to download all the vids again, of course, and then, you know, cut them up and splice it and put some text and stuff like that. But yeah, it should be good. Pirate Mithra Smash reveal, Smash Ultimate reveal, Bayonetta 3 reveal, Xenoblade 3 reveal, Metroid Dread reveal, Super Mario RPG reveal were all my favorite reactions. Oh yeah, those were all good. Those were all good. Yeah, Bayonetta 3 was good too. Was that the original Bayonetta, like at the Game Awards? Yeah, that was the game where they did Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 3 all revealed. Yeah, that was pretty hype. That was a crazy night, because that night, that was when like YouTube, like nobody was streaming on YouTube. I was like one of the only channels streaming the Game Awards. So I got like literally like 1,500 people subscribed to my channel all at once. Like instantly. Like YouTube put me like on the, like not front page, but whatever. My video was showing up on all the algorithm, because back then people didn't really stream like that. We didn't have as many Nintendo streamers or restreamers or whatever. So like literally like 1,000 people. I had to turn off notifications because it just kept on popping up with that notification. That back in I think it was 2017, or was it 2018? I think it was 2017. But yeah, it was pretty crazy night. Yeah, exactly. I dislocated like my finger, one of my fingers, and I had to I popped it back into, or it like maybe just like dislodged for a little bit, or it was like off kilter. It was definitely sticking a weird way. So I just like looked at it and I was like, I think I just kind of like snapped it back into place real quick. It wasn't that big of a deal. Big love to Rhonda Bishop and Ryan Williams. Thank you guys for the subscriptions. I appreciate that. Thank you. In Xenoblade 2, I didn't know Cosmos was returning in modern time. Unlocked with Zeke. Yeah, it's awesome. You unlocked using Zeke. Yeah, I don't remember who. I think I used Rex, and I just used like a bunch of Justice boosters or whatever. I don't know. That system was annoying as heck, dude. What's up, Ian? Says, loving Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, never played on the Wii U. Do you have a couple tips for the beginners? Yeah, button mapping. Change the button mapping. Real quick, I think I can show it for, actually, no, I can't show it for you guys because my, what's it called? My reaction isn't working very well. Or maybe, let me see if it can work. Maybe I'm just, but yeah, button map it to where you change the, instead of moving the arts on the D-pad, change it to where you can move, use it for this, the ZR and ZL. Change that. And then also make sure that whenever you upgrade your class, make sure you can upgrade each of your skills. You can upgrade your skills and your arts. So make sure that you're upgrading your skills and your arts. So yeah, button mapping, skills, and arts upgrades. Do all that. Make sure you equip your skills too. Go into the menu, equip your skills. When you get new ones, see which new ones are good for you, and also upgrade your arts as well. You can upgrade them to where it takes like less time to for the cooldown and things like that. So, I did not fight with GameStop to get a pre-order code. I did not. All that gear kind of sucks anyway. But yeah, I think Nintendo probably should have just, I don't know, put that into the what's it called, the box itself is like a little slip or something like that, or let it be like a little code that you can register that unlocks like on the Nintendo website or something. I don't know. What was what year was the best year for the Nintendo Switch? Best year in what way? Like best year in like game announcements, best year in game releases. Hey, what's up, Netflix forum? Welcome. Okay, you saw the button mapping. Okay, good. You watched my Xenoblade 3 reveal yesterday? Nice. Let's go. Best game releases? It's gotta be 2017, man. 2017, that launch year. Or even, I would argue 2017, 2023 was pretty good as well. 2021 wasn't bad. 2019 wasn't bad either. But yeah, 2017 was a pretty goated year because you got Breath of the Wild, you got Super Mario Odyssey, you got Xenoblade 2, you got Pokken Tournament, you got Mario plus Rabbids, you got ARMS, you got Splatoon 2, you got Fire Emblem Warriors. I mean, you had a pretty stacked slate of first-party games overall. So that was pretty good. But I would say 2023 was also really good as well, because that was Pikmin 4, that was Super Mario Bros. Wonder, that was Super Mario RPG, that was Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, the 2023 was a pretty good year as well. So yeah. Speaking of reactions, that Etika's reaction will always be reactions will always, I think, always be a classic. Oh yeah, absolutely. Etika's reactions were legendary. So yeah. Persona 4 remake, it seems so unnecessary. Listen, they made Persona 3 remake so they can flip those assets into a Persona 4 remake. So it's really more about efficiency more than what's needed. Efficiency and money more than what's needed. So that's really what it's about. Not if it's like necessary or not, you know? But it's all good. What's up, Spike? You think AC has gotten fair reviews? I do think Assassin's Creed has gotten fair reviews. I've been playing Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft gave me a code, and they also gave me a sweatshirt, and they gave me a code to give away. So I think I'll put up a giveaway tomorrow. So yeah, Ubisoft gave me a code, and I like the game. I think the game is fun. Now they are doing some more PS5 Pro updates, so I'm gonna wait before I play the game more. They're doing some more updates in PS5 Pro updates, so I think I'm just gonna wait so I can get a little bit better experience. But I do think that like an 8 out of 10 or like an 8.5 to 8 out of 10, I do think that's fair for the game right now. Yes, I do think that's fair. But I do like it. I think it's a fun game. I think it's really good. I put like 10-15 hours into it. I really enjoy the stealth. I think that's fun. You know, a little bit of jank like with some of the other stuff, like the open world stuff, and some of the jank like with the some of the other things in the game. But overall, I think it's a really fun game, and just, you know, it's cool to play. You know, I like it. Like I said, stealth was good. The stealth is the best stealth in the series for sure. And I like the fact that you can up the difficulty. The difficulty is on expert. I think it's a lot of fun because you can't just go around easily getting stealth kills on everybody. Some enemies have way more health and stuff like that. There's a few weird glitchy stuff though that's happened to me, which one time I caught it on stream actually, which was hilarious. But yeah. Let's see here. Just time to beat Floyd in MK1. Technically a good Switch game. Yeah, I'm not playing MK1 on Switch, nor am I fighting against Floyd. But I'm glad that you're having fun fighting against him. Was there a pre-order bonus code for Best Buy? No, I think what you got was like a little mini metal poster, so that was cool. They have more PS5 Pro updates coming for AC Shadows. I think I might hold the line until also. Yeah, they have some more. Although they've already stated that the this is the best usage so far of the PS5 Pro according to Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry says that Assassin's Creed Shadows is the best usage of PS5 Pro for right now, you know, because of what they've done. Like, essentially what you're getting with PS5 Pro, with Assassin's Creed, is that you're getting like quality level graphics in performance mode. That's not locked at 60, but a pretty consistent high frame rate between, you know, high 50s and 60 frames per second. So yeah, you're essentially getting that with it. But they're gonna do some more updates for it, so I think I might hold off maybe like a week or so on playing it. Same thing with the Atelier. They're doing some updates to change the whole camera zoom in after the battle finishes. So now I'm just gonna be playing Xenoblade X. I might limit the like Assassin's Creed or Atelier to like stream games where I'll just play them whenever we get like a bonus stream or something. So I might do that. I mean, yeah, you can clearly tell that they worked hard on the PS5 Pro version. Like, it's a pretty big difference, because I started playing the game on my PS5, and then the whole PS5 Pro breaking gate happened, and then I switched to my PS5 Pro, and I can instantly tell like this is a pretty nice jump above what the base PS5 is on performance mode, at least. You know, quality mode, it looks the same, obviously. So if you don't mind the 30 frames, I mean, you can get a game that looks as good, as good on the PS5 in the 30 as the PS5 Pro. But if you want the frame rate plus the looks of a quality mode, then yeah. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, the game looks amazing on my LG C3, no complaints. But yeah, I might wait just to focus on Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, exactly. I got Xeno X, and to be honest, Xeno X is like just a little. It's a better game overall. It's like a better game. It's more dynamic, in terms of like what you can do and like the combat, variations. It's a bit more dynamic, and it's just like a bit more unique and different. Like there really isn't anything. It's kind of like other Xenoblade games, but then it's like kind of like not, So Xenoblade's just a really weird game that if it clicks with you, it clicks. If it doesn't, then Assassin's Creed is probably going to be your like. If you like more of like the traditional AAA third party, like like Witcher and stuff like that, then probably Assassin's Creed is going to click with you more. But if you're into the weird RPGs that even take it like a bit more weird, that do unique things, then obviously, Xenoblade is going to be more of your vibe. Clabby94 with the Twitch Primer. Hey, yo, thank you so much. I appreciate the subscription, Twitch Prime. Let's go. We're going. Yes, sir. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate it. Let's go. Twitch Primer's coming through. Did we hit what did we hit on Twitch? Did we hit double digit on the I think we hit double digits on the Twitch subs. 10 Twitch subs. I think we did. We might have. Yeah, 11 Twitch subs. Hey, let's go. 11 Twitch subs. Let's go, baby. Shout outs, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Clabby. Yeah, I broke my PS5 standard when I was trying to capture footage for my Assassin's Creed and Atelier Yumiya like reviews that I'll end up doing eventually, or my videos. Like, it wouldn't work. It stopped working, so I couldn't capture footage because the HDMI, when I accidentally Cobra Kai kicked my PS5, and at first it worked no problem, but for some reason, I don't know what happened. I think like it got a bit more loose. So whenever I put the HDMI cord into my PS5, it's loose. It doesn't completely latch on. The little metal binding that goes around the HDMI cracked. So I needed a new PS5, and obviously I'm not gonna buy a standard PS5. If I have to replace the PS5, it ain't gonna be with the standard PS5. So I ended up getting a PS5 Pro and just like I'm gonna sell my old one. So let's see, what was your biggest crash out during the Switch 1 era? Biggest crash out. I don't know. What was my biggest crash out? Y'all remember when I had crash outs? What was my biggest crash? I'm trying to think. I definitely had some crash outs. Oh man. It was definitely early, like probably 2018, that era, when people, it's probably something like that. I'm not really sure. Just sell one to my wife already has a PS5. That's the funny thing. So I can't even sell it to her. I bought her one. I already bought her one, so she already has a PS5. So I don't think she wants another one. She doesn't even play the one that I bought her. Yeah, I have to think about it. I don't know. I know I've definitely crashed out on certain people and stuff, but I don't remember which was like the biggest one, So yeah. So yeah. Just saw your button mapping for Xeno X. I will do that for sure, OJ. Hey, no problem, man. The best use of Assassin's Creed Shadows is when it's free on PS Plus. We'll see if it becomes free on PS Plus. It's got 1 million players in less than 24 hours, so we'll see. This game might be selling well. It might be selling well. Looks like it was #1 on Steam. It's #1 on Amazon in the US, so both versions are up. Actually, the Xbox version is actually up, which I never see Xbox games in the top 5 for sales. So, I mean, listen, I don't know if it's going to sell incredibly well, but I think that with price drops and stuff, it should do decent enough. The game is good enough for it to do. It should do decent. It is probably going to hurt it a little bit that it's only on PS5 and Xbox Series, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla was on, I think, PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One. It was on everything, right? So that's going to hurt it a little bit, not having those last gen versions, but I think it should be okay. The Cal M crash out. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Killer Ninja. Yeah, I did crash out. Cal M did make me crash out. That's true. That's true. Yep. You had to remind me of that guy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Cal M crash out was, I don't know if that's my worst one or the biggest one, but that's definitely one that, now that you bring it up, yeah. that Cal M crash out was funny. Like, what did he do again? He did something. It just pissed me off, bro. I can't even remember. I forgot what he did. Y'all let me know in the chat what he did. I forgot what he said or what he did, though. Something to do with Tears of the Kingdom or Genshin Impact. Like, every day he would say the same thing, and it just got mad annoying. Like, he just, like... listen, there's nothing wrong with not, you know, if you don't have as much money or not as fortunate, but this dude was, like, the epitome of the broke, you know what I'm saying, free-to-play gamer, man. He'd sit there and play Genshin Impact all day and think that everybody needs to be like Genshin Impact, like the free-to-play stuff, because he didn't feel like spending money on any games, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh god, yeah, it was like, he was annoying. Everything's like, it should be free. He'd always be bringing up freaking free-to-play games, and it was just annoying as heck, bruh. Like, listen, like I said, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have as much money to buy games, nobody's sitting here and bashing that, you know, games are expensive. But this dude, like, it was just annoying, bro. It was just annoying. PS Vita or something, yeah. You say that Nintendo should have released Animal Crossing sooner than pandemic, I think. Oh, yeah. That one he'd also say. But I don't know if that was that the crash out reason, though? It might have been, but yeah, like, he didn't say that. It's not that he said that they should have waited. He said that they should have waited. And I said, well, why didn't you wait? He's like, well, no, they should just delay the game. I don't care if, you know, if it's perfectly playable and other people want to play the game. They should just delay it. And I'm like, why don't you just wait to buy it? If you don't think that it was worth what it was at launch, just wait. Just don't buy it. No. And he would argue. I'm like, bro, you're ridiculous. Like, that makes no sense. If you don't think a game has enough content in it, then don't buy it at launch. Like, what are you complaining for? He also put a ton of time into the game, so he got his money's worth. He put hundreds of hours into the game. So like I said, that's the problem with these free-to-play gamers, man. They sit there and think that games need to be these endless cycle of content for them. They don't ever know when to quit and like play something else. Like, that's why I can't stand like free-to-play gamers. Like, they're just annoying. They're like gamblers. Like people who go on like stake.com and just gamble. Like they're like crazy. You know? Yeah, but yeah, the Genshin. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with him saying Genshin in terms of Genshin was better, but he kept on saying stuff like they need to copy Genshin and they need to do this and that. I'm like, no, they don't. You know, no, they don't. They don't need to do that. Like, they don't need to do that at all. Like, Genshin is a free-to-play mobile game. It's not a console game where people expect console level in terms of like gameplay and mechanics, not just, oh, we're gonna take a bunch of anime-looking characters and just start destroying things on screen. That's not what Zelda's about, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Let's see here. Colin beside OJ crashing out on the other weirdos always are the best in my opinion. Whether it's FF, Sony, Fanboy, Junior, James, Walter, weirdo. Oh yeah, I did crash out on Junior a little bit too. Yeah, I did. We did have a little bit. He crashed out on me though. He just started bashing me like it was the Final Fantasy situation, the Final Fantasy 16 situation. He crashed out on me first. I offered. I said, yo. We can do a debate. We'll do a debate. You can come here. He didn't show up to the debate. And then when he didn't show up to the debate, he started making excuses why he didn't show up to the debate. So, yeah, that was a little junior crash out on that one. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Alonzo Vines? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Welcome. So, yeah, that was like, you know, whatever on that one, dude. Oh, man. I think didn't beat Xenoblade X, and I said it was better than the other trilogy. That's not. I didn't crash on anybody on that. People are allowed to. I disagree, but people are allowed to have that opinion. People are allowed to have that opinion. People are allowed to have any opinion. The problem that I have is like when people just start acting crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I say, oh well, no, there's this. Like, oh, no. You know, I'm just like, oh God, Lord have mercy. Okay. I bet after you debate read out Grip the Weirdo Jr. was like, no, I'm good. That was well before I debated the Grifter was that last year or was that this year? I forgot when I debated him. I think it was earlier this year if I'm not correct, or was it last year? I don't remember because like I said, that guy is completely forgettable and completely not noteworthy and completely what a waste of time, you know? Yeah, that was the junior. That was well before it. You know, he wasn't gonna debate me, obviously. I bet you crashed out during the Mario Kart session back in the day. Remember you called Dawson bucktooth bastard? Okay, yeah, that's true. I did call Dawson a... Well, I called his character a bucktooth bastard. That one of the Bowser kids. I didn't call Dawson a bucktooth bastard, but I called one of the Ludwig or whatever, whichever one that with the freaking Albert Einstein cut with the tooth or whatever. I called that character a bucktooth bastard because he pissed me off because he was being just all like... Dawson was the Vortex creator. Dawson was the creator of the Vortex, man. He was the creator. He's the one who did it. He's the one who started it. And that's haunted me to this day. There's so many times, bro. Party man, if it wasn't for Dawson, I would have won. Like I would have won like a whole circuit thing if it wasn't for Dawson at times. Dawson, honestly, made things worse. Dawson honestly made things a lot worse for me at times. Like I lost whole cups because of Dawson. You know? So, yeah. That's the truth. If you want to know the truth, that's the truth. Oh man, that's the actual truth if you want to know the truth, you know? Can you change the avatar? Can you change your avatar after creating it? You can. There's a little console in the Blade HQ to where you can change it. I think right there. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can, yeah. It was Dawson, Psycho Pie, and some others. Yeah, Psycho Pie, but Dawson was the leader for sure. Dawson was the absolute leader of the Vortex crew. Dawson and who else? Oh, gosh, I forgot. There were some other people that were perpetrators for sure. But yeah, definitely Dawson. Definitely Dawson. Oh man, it's just the game. What's just the game? Mario Kart? Of course it is. Nobody said that it wasn't. ZZZ. Okay, I thought you were talking about like Z's and falling asleep, but I think you meant Zenless Zone Zero. Even though you played 6 hours. Was your copy of Xenoblade X missing a gold coin slip? It's got Switch Online trial card instead. Gold coin slip? I haven't picked up my copy of Xenoblade X, so I don't know. But so no. No. I don't... Do they come with gold coin slips? I don't remember that even being a thing. So yeah. But it's all good though. Crash outs are funny though. They're funny when done well. Fighting Cowboy crashed out on one of his viewers that went viral the other day about Assassin's Creed Shadows and Yasuke. So yeah, that was funny. That was funny, but like not funny, you know. Well, points, coins that come with Nintendo releases. I mean, yeah, I think you just unlock those from just pressing select on the game icon on the home screen, and then collecting the points from there. I don't think they ever came with like slips. I don't remember, unless it's like a different country they come with slips, but I don't remember any of my games actually coming with physical slips for gold points. I don't remember that being a thing. Hey, what's up, David Bofal? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Oh, okay. Face palms. No, it's all good. Unless, did yours come? What games did you get that come with slips? What games were those? Let me know. I don't recall that being a thing. It might have been though. Let's hear Tony Techie Cyber with the boss mode. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Tony Techie, with the $5 dono. Hey, remember, if you drop a dono, make sure you put your music selection in there, and I got you. I got you for a music track. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate you, Tony Techie. Shout outs though. Big love, big love. 20th super on the live as well. Thank you so much, man. So, man, which series do you prefer, Dragon Quest or Xenoblade? Come on, man. What do you think winning is my name? What do you think I prefer? Take a guess. Take a guess. I'm gonna let y'all guess that one. What do you think I prefer? What do you think? Take a guess. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. You can hear my boy in the background. He already knows what I prefer. He knows what I prefer. My wife knows what I prefer. So yeah, man. I almost crashed out when I see Liz Hernandez. I don't know who that is. Who is Liz? Is that like a wrestler or something? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Maybe it was early Wii U or 3DS. I could swear I saw a slip with some. Yeah, Wii U and 3DS. Absolutely. Yeah, like, hold up. Wii U. Wii U. Absolutely, there's a slip in the Wii U days. Super Mario 3D World. But, bro, we're not in, like, what do you... We're 8 years into the Switch era, and you're talking about, I remember in the Wii U and 3DS era. Did you ever get them for any of the Switch games? So, like, I don't understand why you're bringing up Wii U and 3DS. Like, that was a decade ago. Did you get any slips and gold slips, like, in the Switch era? Let me know about that. I don't want to know about Wii U and 3DS era. We already know about that. That was a decade ago. Plus, we're talking about the Switch that's been out for nearly a decade itself. So, let's see here. Can you? I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. Again, I can always see your comments. Yeah, I like obviously I like Xenoblade more. I'm more of a I'll take Xenoblade over almost every RPG, pretty much over every RPG for the most part. Like, I like Xenoblade a lot. I think Xenoblade, to me, Xenoblade is goated because it's so unique. It's just, Dragon Quest is great. It's a great game, but I like Persona. In terms of turn-based RPGs, I think Persona is better than Dragon Quest. I think Persona's actually passed up Dragon Quest, in my opinion. My personal opinion, I'll take Persona over Dragon Quest when it comes to turn-based RPGs. And, like, Metaphor ReFantazio, like, to me, that's significantly better than any Dragon Quest game that I've played. Like, significantly better than any Dragon Quest game that I played. I'll take SMT5 Vengeance over many Dragon Quest game that I played. I think I like it more than most Dragon Quest games. So Dragon Quest is great, don't get me wrong, because those games are goated, in my own personal opinion. Now, I know people think very differently, and that's completely fine. You know, that's not the downplay Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is goated, you know? Party Man Cart with the $5 dono! Let's go.
Chupa, Dark, and I were watching a couple streams of Nairo playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe recently. First time he played this game since demos in 2017.
Okay.
And it had to be the funniest crash outs I've ever seen, LMAO. Mario Kart 9 can't come sooner, lol.
Man.
Music?
Yeah, we need Mario Kart 9, man. We need Mario Kart 9 for sure. Let's play some Mario Kart music. Play some Mario Kart music there. Metaphor is phenomenal. Metaphor is a phenomenal game with an incredible battle system that, like, basically it takes Persona, SMT, and mixes it with Dragon Quest and Fire Emblem, you know. It's just awesome, man. It is so good. I think I've recovered from the lull, but Xenoblade X is a remaster, right, or whatever. So while yes, it's filling my lit needs that I need, like for like a lit RPG, and of course, Atelier Yumiya is also very good. There still isn't a brand new game that has filled that void for me, like a brand new game. Xenoblade does it, because Xenoblade, it scratches that itch, and I'm so excited to play Xenoblade. But I'm just saying, in terms of like a brand new game, completely new game, not quite yet. Nothing quite there. But Xenoblade, it scratches that itch that I needed for something where I'm content. But I was in a slump after Metaphor released for months, man. So yeah. I was in a slump. Let's see here. Got a question this morning. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mr. Davis. Radio host that used to be on Big Boy in the morning show, LA. Let's just Liz back. I don't know who that is, but it's all good, Tony. Player says, with these free-to-play games, they can be discounted. Example: Dragon Quest of the Stars ended global service on June 30th, 2021. Henceforth, the game discounted same. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for the 100 core crystal, Simeon Quinn. Okay, I'm reading it right now. Sorry to read it late. I know you typed it. You don't have to donate for me to type your message, Simeon Quinn. I'll read it. My bad, bro. So yeah, let me see here. Global service on June 30th. Henceforth in the game discounted. Same with Dragon Quest Tact as well, both on Android and iOS, except Tact servers shut down in the States, but continued in Japan. Those two DQ games and Mega Man X Dive Online are shut down servers too. Okay, yeah, that's why I don't play those mobile games, because they're probably just going to get shut down. My music request is Super Ghouls and Ghost Stage 3 music theme. All right, we'll get that next for sure. Thank you so much, Simeon Quinn, with 100 core crystals. Sorry that I read your message. Like, you don't have to donate for me to read your message. I will. Like, if you want to support or if you want to drop core crystals, I appreciate it. But don't feel the need to do that in order for me to read the message. My bad, brother. I should have read it faster, though. All right, let's see here. We got Super Ghouls and Ghosts. But yeah, like I said, I should have read it faster, my bad. But yeah, I appreciate all the support that I do get, guys. I appreciate that. If you guys want me to see something, drop a dono with it. Put your music request in there. I'm more than happy to do that as well, of course. I left off the month where to prepare against Luis. The previous 5 hours before that was great storytelling. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're still playing, so I don't want to say anything else, but yeah. Yeah, it's great. I can't wait to play it again when they do like the Royal version or the Switch 2 version. Like, I need a Switch 2 version of that game. There was so many times when I'm like, oh, dude, this would be so goated right now if I can just play it portable, you know. And I didn't want to play like with my PS Portal. I didn't want to do all that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Switch 2 version of the game. Hopefully, it's like the actual like not just the vanilla version of the game. Hopefully, it's like they actually have the new content ready to go by then. You know, I'm hoping. How long did it take for Royal to come out? 2 years, right? 2017 to 2018, 2019. Yeah. So it might be another year before we get Metaphor Refantazio Tazio, you know? Refantazio Gold Edition. I prefer the HD 2D style to Dragon Quest. You prefer the HD 2D style to Dragon Quest. What does that mean? You prefer the HD 2D style games instead of Dragon Quest, or the HD 2D style that Dragon Quest had? Is that what you mean? Let's see. Flight says I haven't got into Metaphor, but I'm looking forward to getting it eventually. Oh man, Metaphor is so good, man. It is so good. Anytime people play Metaphor, I mean, not every time, but most of the time when people finally give Metaphor a chance, they're like, oh my gosh, this is like the greatest game that I've ever played, or this is one of the greatest games that I've ever played. It's so good. It's so good. The music is freaking incredible. Oh my gosh, some people complain that there's not enough music in the game. There's like 60 something tracks though, but yeah, it's so good. The music's great, the combat's great, the boss battles are great, the upgrading is fun. Oh man, I love Metaphor, dude. I love Metaphor. It's so good. I played on the PS5. So we deserve 2 new 3D Marios since we've been waiting so long. No, that's not how it works. No, that's not how it works. You get extra time to make that one Mario game the best that it can be instead of splitting resources into 2. So you want 2 lesser games, or do you want one game that really takes advantage and does what it needs to do? So that's how it works. Not 2, 1. And put everything you got into that one Mario game, into that one 3D Mario game. So I feel like they cut a lot fat from it. Sometimes we felt like Persona just had random quests thrown in. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some of that in Metaphor, but it's nowhere near as bad in my opinion. Yo, that's it with the $20 times 2 JOJO. Hey, yo, thank you so much, Vadset, with the big $20 dono. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. 182 on the board. Hey, yo. And you guys know the deal. Let's go with the JOJO ready. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Super Ghouls and Ghosts Stage 3. Haunted. That's the Haunted Graveyard. Let's go. That's it with the $2. Says 2 JoJo's today. One more week till a surprise day. Let's freaking go. JoJo. Mr. MR, since it's big 20, we gonna do Three music any day. Three music day. Any Disney Magical Tetris Mini Mouse level. Mario Party Luigi's Engine. All right, I got you. Playing this music. You're up next, Madsen. Thank you so much for that big $20 dono. Yo, you guys are out here on JoJo Friday. Let's go. We're going. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Let go. So yeah. Favorite games last year was me for Metaphor. I love Rebirth. I'll take Xenoblade 3 over Metaphor because of the story and everything that Xenoblade 3 does. But in terms of like some of the gameplay and mechanics, definitely Metaphor has a beat on a number of things. But overall, as a full experience, Xenoblade 3. But go watch my reviews. Winning is my name. If you want to know my opinion on these games, I have reviews for all of this stuff. So just watch the content if you're interested in like what I like the most or what's my favorite. We've got reviews on everything. That's why I spend hours putting together reviews, Winning. You've been here for a while now. So if you really want to know what I think about X or Y or Z game, that's cool. You can ask me here. But I got plenty of reviews that detail it and break it down. So I mean, I would love for you to watch, like if you're interested in what do you like more? Why do you like this? Like the videos are there for you to check it out. The videos are there. So check those out when you get the opportunity, my man. Check those out when you get the opportunity. Do you think like this game video today, the Switch demo? No, you're not gonna like Xenoblade. No. I don't think you're gonna like Xenoblade Chronicles X. No, I think it's gonna be too confusing for you, Mr. Davis. So I would say skip it. Skip it. Skip it. Unless you want to buy it, you can buy it if you want to. If you want to buy it, you can buy it. So Disney Magical Tetris Mini Mouse theme. Disney's Magical Tetris Mini Mouse theme. This is crazy. Tetris challenge. Okay. Here we go. Shout out to Vadsent. We'll get the next music coming up too. Let's see. So I really need to bag a PS5 so much. I'll be looking for a good disc space model with it built in. Yeah, the standard PS5s with those ones have the disc in there. But most of the models of the PS5 don't have it. But you can buy the one, obviously you can buy an add-on for it. So the add-on, the disc drive add-on, which that one came in the mail. Like I was able to get that so I can actually play my other games now. So I was, and it's really easy to install. You just pop open the thing and then you just put the disc drive in there and click it in and then you do that and then it checks it and then it works. But yeah. I'm talking about Xenoblade Chronicles X, the other game. You might like it, Mr. Davis. I don't think you will, but you might, man. Yeah, I'm not buying the add-on because the sign-on crap. Yeah, then yeah, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Then just go with the standard PS5. Then that would be a good option for you. Then if you don't want to worry about the sign-on thing. I mean, you don't have to do it every time. It's just like a one-time check to verify it that it's like actually real and like legit and not like a fake burned or like a counterfeit DVD drive. That's what I'm guessing the reason why they do that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing that's the reason why. But yeah, go with the standard one that has it built in already. That's probably the better bet, you know. Exactly. Yeah, that extra disc drive is like $100 almost. So it's like 70, $80. So it's like, yeah, depending on where you live, it could be up to 100. So it's kind of like it's kind of scammy if you like. For a system that high, you know, to not come with it, which I already stated before. But like I said, I was molding when I had to get it though, because I needed to do my reviews. And I'm not going to buy a standard one because obviously that one's cracked. So I'm just going to sell that one. So there's no point in just buying a standard PS5 again. Let's see. I think they have to add on now unless you can get the original PS5. You can still buy the original PS5. That original PS5 is still available in some places, in a lot of places. It's becoming less and less available in places, but it's actually still available in a lot of places. So, yeah. It's because if I ever need to reset it and the service is down, I don't trust Sony there. I don't think you would need to reset it. Like, even if you reset it, I think the disk drive would still work. I think maybe if you took it out, then put it back in, maybe. But you would, there is no option to, like, if you factory reset your PS5, I mean, it might check it again, but I don't think so. But I'm not really sure. Oh, is my boy making some noise? Yeah. Sorry about that. My door is open. Let me close my door. Yeah. He hits the high pitches on there. My bad, guys. Yeah, he's not close to the door. He's actually in the living room, but my door was actually open. So yeah, but yeah, he's having a ball. He's actually having a lot of fun right now. He's in his little playpen thing, and he has like a bunch of toys, and he plays with these toys, and his playpen has all these colors and little flippy switch thingies. So yeah, he's just he's like piloting a Gundam right now. Yeah, he's having. Yeah, I knew that he was having fun. The high pit, like he was going and like having fun. But yeah, it's all good. It makes me happy when he's having fun. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the big $20 JoJo Udapudos.
Taking a water and snack break from XCX for a few. How about night at the tavern from Metaphor, please?
Oh, yeah.
Also, double platinum JoJo Friday. Let's go.
Hey, yo, let's go. But first, before this Tetris music is actually awesome. By the way, this mini magical Tetris, like, what's going on? This is actually low-key goated music. Yes, sir. But of course, we gotta do the JoJo. All right, we're going to move on to this next track here. We got one more from Batsith and Cybertorch. We're going to move on to your tracks, too. Mario Party Luigi Engine. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Luigi's Engine Boardroom. Listen, you think the rumor is true of 120 frames per second switch to? I don't think it's real. Well, they said that the screen can display that. 120 frames per second. That's not hard to support. That's pretty common in most of the technology, like the TV technology and the technology in today. So supporting 120 frames per second isn't a major issue or problem. It's actually running the games at 120 frames. So yes, it's probably going to support up to 120, but games actually running at 120 are a completely different thing. Just like, for example, the Tegra X1 can support 4K. It can. Like the Tegra X1 chip like this, it can support it, but no games are gonna run it, you know? So there's a difference between supporting it and actually having games run at that. So keep that in mind, you know? Keep that in mind. The max resolution of the Nintendo Switch screen is 720p. Doesn't mean all games are gonna support that. Same thing goes for the Switch. The max resolution is 1080p. Doesn't mean all games are gonna support that. Max frame rate can be up to 60 frames, right? Doesn't mean all games are going to support that. So it's the same thing with like 120 frames. Yeah, just because it can support it doesn't mean it's going to have games that run at that. Those are two different things. So yes, probably going to support it, but run the games, no. Well, most, maybe indie games, yes, but big games, no. All right, let's see here. Tavern Metaphor. Talk about the game Atelier Yumiya. Oh, the game Atelier Yumiya date. I'm liking the game. No, there's no dating in Atelier Yumiya. No. Wait, hold up. I don't know where the tavern theme is. Yeah, I'm not sure which one the tavern theme is. Cyber Taurus. Yeah, it doesn't automatically pop up. Maybe this is it? I don't think this is it. This is the Gauntlet Runner theme. Yeah, this is the Gauntlet Runner theme. I can't find that tavern theme. Yeah, there's no dating and there's no dating in I'll still play your music though. Cyber Taurus, if somebody can give me the actual name of it, that'd be good. So yeah. we have not gotten any official the wrong ally screen. We haven't gotten any official thing yet, so we don't know what it's using for right now. Yo, Atomic Toaster with the $10 dono says, Henshin a JOJO, baby. Henshin a JOJO, baby. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Yo, Atomic Toaster's been around. Atomic Toaster, have you been around for like 20 years, bro? This man is the great Master Roshi of Player S. This man has been around for so long to the point to where I feel like I know him. Yo, shout outs to Atomic Toaster for putting up with my stupid self for two. There ain't many people that have been around for as long as Atomic Toaster. This dude, how long? Seriously, like, Atomic Toaster, how long have you been around? Has it been like? It's been like since like 2011 or 2012. I can't believe you still come around these days, bro. I'm serious. I appreciate you though, bro. Seriously, like for real. I don't say it because you've been around. I gotta stop treating you for granted. You're like the super homie, man. So Atomic Toaster, seriously, thank you for messing with me for so long, man. I really appreciate you for real, like 1000%. He's been around for so long. I'm just like, yeah, it's Atomic Toaster. What up, bro? But he's been around for so long. Shout out to Atomic Toaster, man. I appreciate you for real. Wait a minute, hold up. George Foreman passed away? Oh man, rip George Foreman, dude. Damn. That's crazy. Did he just pass away recently? Did he really just pass away? Hold on, let me double check to make sure this dude not acting crazy. Yeah, he did actually pass away. Yeah, George Foreman passes away at 76. Yeah, 76. Shout outs to George Foreman, man. George Foreman, one of the greatest heavyweight boxers. And I purchased plenty. I purchased 2 George Foreman grills. George Foreman grills were goated, man. George Foreman grills were really goated. So shout outs to George Foreman. And of course, condolences to the family. George Foreman's family and friends. I mean, they're not watching this, but if they were, or if anybody, you know, for real, it's awesome, man. It's George Foreman was awesome. Was awesome. Big love though, big love. Shout outs, man. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. I have the George Foreman grill was goated, man. I bought a George Foreman grill, like, I think when I moved to my first house I had a George Foreman grill, and then I bought another George Foreman grill when I moved into this place. Like, I got like a bigger George, like you can put like 4 patties on there. So yeah, I was a George Foreman grill person. I'm a George Foreman grill person, so yeah. Cyber Taurus, we still need to get your music though. If you want me to play something, I got you. Yo, Horace, thank you for the $5 dono. Ninja Peach, appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. You guys are out here. We got another double platinum, baby, but we gotta play this too right now for my man, Atomic Toaster, Cyber Taurus too, but Atomic Toaster as well. We gotta go, JoJo. Yeah, baby. Thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. And then also, Horace, yo, thank you for the 5, man. Thank you for the big 5, Horace. Let's go, man. Shout outs, guys. Double platinum. We gotta play it again, don't we? We gotta play it again. I don't know if I played it right the second time. We gotta play it again. Don't worry. We'll play the limit break again. Let's make sure it works this time, though. Let's go. Buster Sword. Mission accomplished, boys and girls. Double platinum. Yes, sir. We gotta do another bonus stream. We gotta do another Xenoblade X stream. Maybe I'll play Xeno X before. Maybe if I can start early, the Spawncast pre-show. Because Sundays, my wife is like, you stay out of that room. You stay out of that room. Don't go into that room over there to stream or to edit or anything. She needs a break. All right, let's go, though. We're going to play some Beautiful Joe music because that was a meme. The Henshin of JoJo, baby. We're going to play some Beautiful Joe music. Let's do that. Beautiful Joe. Why isn't there a remaster of Beautiful Joe? Like, where is the Beautiful Joe 1 and 2 remaster? We need that. We need that. We need Beautiful Joe back, dude. Beautiful Joe is such a goated GameCube series. GameCube PS2 series. It's so good. Spargo appearance. Metaphor Fantasio. Let you do the aftermath. Let you do the aftermath theme. Go to find another one later. Okay, cool. Aftermath theme. Okay. I'm gonna play this one. We're gonna play the Beautiful Joe music. Then we'll do this next. Let's see here. Metaphor. Aftermath. All right. Switch 2 arc is when Beautiful Joe returns. Dude, Beautiful Joe remastered 1 and 2 on Switch 2. Wow! 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 I swear, if they do Beautiful Joe remastered 1 and 2 on Switch 2, I'm gonna go, wow! I'm gonna put a thumbnail, wow! And I'm gonna start the video saying, wow! Like, I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious. Dude, Beautiful Joe is so good. 60 FPS, super clean looking game. Oh my gosh, it was incredible back then, man. All-time great side-scrolling beat 'em up. Kind of like the evolution of like Streets of Rage or something like that, right? It's so cool. Oh, the Honeybee Inn theme. Okay, cool, cool. Honeybee Inn, okay. Honeybee Inn theme. Metaphor. Alright, we'll play that right after this. My brain's fried. I forgot about that. Pretty sure they've already asked Hideki Kamiya about Beautiful Joe Remaster Remake and then get blocked. Yeah, you're not allowed to ask him for anything. You're not allowed to talk to Hideki Kamiya at all, actually. You can get blocked without even asking him, like not even being involved at all. Like, for example, I've been blocked 2 times. The first time I got blocked is because I linked a story with him. I think like just like linked and said, oh my gosh, like I like the games or whatever. I think there was a picture of him like with the motorcycle, like when he was young and he had hair. And I forgot what I did, but I think I linked it and said, oh man, this is cool, you know, I'm excited. And I think he blocked me for that. And then I wanted to see his tweets, so I asked my friend Blandrew, I'm like, hey, can you ask Hideki Kamiya to unblock me because I see that he hasn't blocked you? And then Blandrew asked him very nicely to unblock me. He unblocked me. And then he just blocked me again later. It was, you know, it was pretty funny. It was a pretty funny thing. Sorry, here we go. Yeah, here we go. The Honeybee Inn. Oh man, I love this theme too. It's a good theme. He tagged you all and called you insects. Yeah, I don't know if he didn't tag me. I just know that he blocked me, and it was like whatever, you know. It was like, and notice the lighting is back to being good today, guys. I think what happened is that my camera. Here's what happened yesterday for like the Black Simpsons situation that happened. What happened yesterday is that when I turned on my camera to focus it, I had my other light on, a light that I usually don't use, and that light, like, it mirrored on my what's it called, on my camera, to where it kept it. My camera can actually take like a lighting situation and like copy it and then freeze frame it on there, and then that will be the lighting for it. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, my camera does that sometimes. I don't know why, but it does that. It's just a weird camera. But this time I made sure to not do that. I focused it with just the lighting that I have right now, and I moved my light a little bit at a different tint, and therefore I did not, it's not the yellow Simpson situation that we have today. It's the normal chocolatey situation that we have. So it's all good. It's all good. I know this has been talked about before, but bro, the Helena Taylor controversy was when I realized too many YouTubers, how they hate that Camille blocks people. They were just hiding it. I want to make a follow-up on that video, Minato Mar, because I think it'd be fun to talk about, you know, going on 3 years later. Maybe I'll wait till the anniversary of that. Maybe I won't. But I think at the end, I mean, we spoke about it here, and I've already said it before. But, like, that was an opportunity to really just get out whatever else that you're angry about when it comes to Nintendo and Hideki Kamiya right then and there. It had nothing to do with Helena Taylor. Like, it had almost nothing to do. And I'm going to have a video. It had almost nothing to do with Helena Taylor. Almost nothing to do, because there was nowhere near, I mean, like, listen, guys. Bayonetta, it is not a major franchise. It has never been a major, massive, crazy franchise. And everyone knows that. There is no way that we know that Bayonetta has had issues when it comes to the sales. We know that because of Doc Trey and the whole Operation Platinum. We know that Bayonetta, basically Bayonetta 2, you know, nobody wanted to fund the game. Nintendo funded the game. We know that the game is not a massive seller. We know this, that Bayonetta is not some type of big selling, huge franchise. But so for people to act, for the big content creators to sit there and act like this is freaking Mario or Zelda or something. Now all of a sudden everybody's interested in Bayonetta. Everybody wants to talk about Bayonetta. Everyone wants to discuss anything with Bayonetta. Like, come on. It was manufactured, right? It was manufactured to basically for people to be angry, to be able, oh, I don't like Nintendo, or I don't like Platinum Games, I don't like Hideki Kamiya. This was their opportunity to unload on them and to say, see, I told you so. They're terrible. It nothing to do with Helena Taylor and her, almost nothing to do with Helena Taylor and her voice actor pay. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people that it was legitimate, like, okay, voice actor pay, whatever the case is. But a large swath of people were basically because they don't like certain things that Nintendo's done or whatever, and it had little to do with getting justice for Helena Taylor. Little to do with that. There's guys like Angry Joe, bro, it was more about him just Nintendo screwing him over in the past. I love Angry Joe too, by the way. I supported him when Nintendo was like, oh man, like, you know, claimed his Breath of the Wild reviewer, claimed his, I forgot what review, I think it was Breath of the Wild, or was it Breath of the Wild? Or was it, I think it was Breath of the Wild, or was it, I forgot what it was. But I supported him. I have a video, it's still on the channel. I wore a Superman shirt. I wore a Superman shirt just because I was such a big Angry Joe fan. I wore a Superman shirt just to support him and talk about that and say, hey, look, you know, there should be something that's fair use. Nintendo needs to understand. I think it was Super Mario 3D World. I don't remember what game it was, but anyway. But there were guys that were essentially had nothing to do with Helena Taylor and Bayonetta, because you would have been able to see through it from the very beginning, like I did. Now I said, look, I'm sympathetic towards her, but we need to wait and see. And I said that from the very beginning. I'm like, you know, I'm not calling for boycotts. I'm not doing all that. Maybe if this is true, like, I understand what she's going through, if she feels like she's deserving of more, but the fact that, like I said, RGT caught it out from the very beginning, like, wait a minute, like, her claims about the money that this franchise is making is not true. Like, anybody that actually cares about the Bayonetta franchise, or even knows what the hell they're talking about, would have instantly paused before going on tirades online, but most people don't care. That's why. They just saw this lady talking, right? Most people don't care. So it wasn't even about Helena Taylor. It was about them saying, oh, you see, we don't like Hideki Kamiya. We don't like Kamiya. We don't like Platinum Games. This is our time. This is our opportunity, you know? I still believe that's what that was about. I still believe that, you know? So it is what it is. And even after they were proven wrong, I had people say, oh, well, you're bootlicking. I'm like, no, you guys are freaking idiots. You guys can't take a L. You can't take a L, bro. You're wrong. You talk about bootlicking. You're bootlicking somebody else. You're bootlicking this one person. You rather screw over everybody that works at Platinum Games. You rather screw over all these people. You treat this game like some type of corporate entity at Nintendo, or that Hideki Kamiya by himself made the game. The game is made by a lot of people who don't make a lot of money. It's not like Platinum Games developers make a ton of money. It's not like developers make millions of dollars. These are made by people that have families and need to feed their family and stuff too. What about Jennifer Hale? What about her? What about, you know what I'm saying? People just were acting crazy, you know? So I don't get it, man. Oh no, I do get it. I know what it's about now. It was never about the voice actor pay. It really wasn't. It wasn't about the voice actor pay. Nintendo did with the Angry Joe what NL did to you with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Not exactly. The difference is this, is that Nintendo actually owns the copyright for all these products. Is it fair use protected? It's a gray area under the law. Is it transformative enough for it to be fair use? Absolutely, it should be. But if it gets taken to court, will it be that? Will they get ruled that? Not necessarily. You know, which all legal experts will tell you that same thing. But I still feel that it's fair use. But no, it's not quite the same. Nintendo's the actual copyright owner of it. Nintendo Life doesn't own anything. They don't own anything. And Nintendo Life never claimed my video or anything like that. Nintendo claimed Joe's video. So there's a number of differences. It's not quite the same. Nintendo Life never claimed my video. They never did. And they also said that they don't own the copyright, but they own the footage because they feel it's transformative enough for them to own it. But that doesn't mean they actually own that over someone else transformatively using that footage. And I think that's where they're tripped up. Yeah, sure, you think that you own that because it's part, that's sure. But if someone takes that and makes that transformative, that doesn't mean that you have copyright over that. And that's where Nintendo Life would lose 1000% in court if we ever did get taken to court. That would be 1000% they would lose. They don't own the original copyright, and my video was transformative. My video was transformative, just like their video was transformative. So they have problems understanding that aspect. They don't understand that. But it's all good. Shout outs to Brian. Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate it. Nintendo owns their game. Nintendo Life doesn't, but and I was rude to you. Yeah, they were just rude. They were rude to me, and that's okay. It's no big deal. Like, well, it was a big deal, but it's, you know, like I said, I would have settled it not in the public if they didn't respond to me the way that they responded to me. If they would have just reached out and just said, yo, OJ, like I said before, yo, OJ, man, like, hey, look, we don't really allow people to use this footage, or, you know, can you just let us know next time? If they would have been cool about it, I would have been totally cool. But that Alex guy, he never actually apologized to me either. Like, that Alex only guy, he never apologized. Damien apologized, but Alex never apologized to me. And Alex is the one who actually started the email chain. It was Alex that was disrespectful first. Damien took over for some reason, because Alex was busy. Alex been busy since for a month now. Alex has not reached back out to me and apologized. So how long is Alex busy? Is he don't got 3 seconds to take his time to apologize with an email to say, my bad, bro, I came at you kind of wrong? So he never actually did. That's why I never really spoke to them. Like, they wanted to talk to me, like Damien wanted to talk to me over the phone or whatever, but I said, nah, man. I said, okay, maybe. But then, like, after a while, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, you guys seem fake to me. And then I got word that they actually still feel the same way. They were just doing it just so I would stop making videos. I would stop making videos on them, like making live streams on them, or I wouldn't make like an edited video, because if I made an edited video and clickbait them, it would get way more views than my live stream. Live streams don't get filtered like that. But if I made a video saying Nintendo Life are bullies, and like I actually cried like a little baby or whatever, you know, about it, that would have been way more, in my opinion, damaging to them than my live streams, because most people aren't going to watch a 3-hour live stream. But if I clickbaited them in a video, obviously that would be, you know, that would be more damaging. So I think they basically just apologize just so they get me to shut up, like get me like stop making like stop talking about it, you know. But I think that's the only reason. They still feel the way that they feel. Like, I still think that they feel that way, you know. So yeah, that's why I said kind of. Yes, it's kind of, but not really. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying a bit. All right, here we go. Fair use is just a privilege, so the person who has the copyright gets to dictate how it's used. Yes and no. This is really a gray area, Paladin. It really is. There's some general guidelines that are in place, but once again, if it was taken to the courts, it can go either way in like a lot of situations. But I can say this right now: Nintendo Life does not own any part of Xenoblade. They can make transformative content on Xenoblade. Do they own that content that they made? Sure. If they want to think that, they can think that in their mind that they own that video that they put together. Do they actually own it if it's taken non-wholesale and used transformatively? No, because they don't own the original copyright. So somebody else could easily take their footage and say, we like this footage, we're going to talk over it, and we're going to discuss different things, and there's nothing that you can do about it, and they would be out of luck. There's really nothing that they can do about it. If you make if you have a voiceover, you make it transformative. Then if you rip their whole video, that's a whole nother thing. Like, you rip their video, you rip their voice, you rip everything about it, then okay, I get that. That's definitely something to where you have that. But if it's part of a transformative video where they're discussing things about the game, then no, like, they have no claim over that at all. Zero claim, you know. So yeah, glad I got that limited run Persona 4 release. It's going to be rare and expensive, maybe. So yeah, I see what you're saying for sure, Murado. So yeah. You told your audience they had a preview up. I did. I did. I said, yo, I think my exact words, like, shout outs to Nintendo Life, they had a preview, or shout outs to Nintendo Life, like, you know, but like I said, they were upset like with me covering up the watermark. They're upset with me. They're upset. The watermarks are stupid, but on 10-year-old games, they're dumb. They're just dumb in general. It's like you don't own the game. Just who cares? Like if somebody uses the footage, like nobody cares, dude. But they got upset with that. They got upset that I didn't ask them for permission. I'm not asking them for anything. They had a what's it called? They had a article up the other day where they took Thunderstash's tweet and they put Thunderstash and they made a whole article based off of what Thunderstash had to say about the Switch 2. Did they ask for permission to take his tweet? They take all sorts of stuff. They report on all sorts of things where they take people's tweets, they take people's videos and then embed them or whatever. They do all like do they ask everybody for stuff? No, they don't ask anybody for anything. They fair use report and discuss just like anybody else. So that's what I found ridiculous. They think that they have some type of legal or moral precedent because somebody took their footage that they got early. Nobody cares you got something early, bro. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I don't care. Nobody cares. So yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I never had that happen to me in my life. That's like in my whole YouTube career. I guess this is the first time for everything, but I ain't never had that happen. So yeah. But it's all good. We're moving on. We're moved on. That's I guess no. Hey, it's just the reality of what happened, man. Let's see here. I just wish they made it so where big companies can't copyright transformative content, freedom of speech. I mean, here's the thing though. Here's the interesting thing, Atomic. If you were able to actually take, like, let's say if you do a reaction to a movie video, like movie trailer, and if you were to take Universal or one of these companies to court, you'd probably win. The problem is that actually going to court, they're going to drain you of your resources. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had to hire a lawyer, but trust me, you never want to hire a lawyer for anything. Unless you absolutely 1,000,000,000% need to, don't do it because it's too expensive. Lawyers are insanely expensive, and these companies know that. They know that you won't be able to match up pound for pound against them. So the easiest thing for you to do is just drop it. And that's what they bank on. They don't bank on the law being on their side. They already know that they'd probably lose. They bank on you just not having the money to take them to court, you know? It's the exact same reason why that if an official company with money or like a movie or celebrity reacts to a movie trailer or something on their channel, they'll get special permission and they'll allow it on theirs because for some reason, if a movie place took a celebrity to court, the celebrity has money to back that, you know, to go after that. But they copyright claim and stuff because they know that 99.9% of people are just going to say, well, screw it. I'll just not do it or I'll just, you know, whatever. Then take the effort and time and the craziness of court because they will drain you of your resources. If it even gets to there, they'll probably just wait as long as possible in the YouTube copyright system and then eventually just drop it after all the views and after everything's been drained, you know? They'll probably just do stuff like that. So yeah. Says Take OG advice had to hire a lawyer, costed $30,000. Yeah, I had two. Took me 2 years to pay them off. Damn, $38K. But what happened? What'd you do? You shoot somebody, Jeffrey? Man, what'd you do, bro? You busted cap in somebody? God dang. 38K? Whew. They be charging you just to be looking at them. You walk in, 500, 700, 1,000, 2,000. You walk out of the 4,000, 7,000. Bro, they be charging you just to breathe the air. So yeah, man. Crazy. What's up, Christopher? Shout outs, man. That main dude, I think his name is Alex Insufferable. Yeah. That's the guy who emailed me first. So yeah, I remember what did I do? I think I asked my first lawyer at the time. I think I asked him, what did I say? I asked him a subpoena. There was like a subpoena or something like that, bro. Bro, that it was like $1,000 per each one. It was like, oh no, like 750 per each one. There was 3 people that I did. So it was just instantly 1,000 plus right there. Instantly, nearly 2K. Like 2K instantly, bro. Actually, 2K instantly. I'm like, bro. I looked at the bill. I'm like, to just tell them just to send them a piece of a slip in the mail, bro. You gotta be kidding me. What? And that was, dude. That was 6-7. That was like 6-7 years ago. It's way more expensive. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, bro. Holy smokes. I think total, how much did I spend? I spent 5. I spent 15K over the years. Yeah, so I'm better off than some of you guys, man, but goodness gracious. I spent like $250. Dude, my lawyer was my second lawyer that I had to spend. Like, that one was the cheapest one. That was the cheapest one that I can find, bro. Dude barely even cared, but it was all good. I was like, bro, I just need somebody. You remind me of like Better Call Saul. You remember like that? He was like the Better Call Saul lawyer, bro. Oh man, cost me like $1,000 to talk to attorneys. Yeah, crazy. Let's see. I'll take my chances with Saul. I ain't got that. Yeah, that's what I said, dude. It was funny because I remember I was calling lawyers like a number of years ago. I was calling lawyers, bro. They were like, yeah, it's 10K just to talk to us or just to start up, and then it's also like 500 something per an hour. I was like, thank you for your time, sir. I'll probably just lose the case and go into hiding. I think I'll just run away. I'll just call me J.O. I'll wear a wig and have a disguise on and wear like a hat and move to Africa. I think I'll just go on the run. No, no, I'm joking. Oh man. Lawyers prove them. Oh yeah, it's definitely pay to win. Definitely pay to win for sure when it comes to the lawyer stuff, man. For sure. Oh man. Anyone changed the button mapping for Xeno X? I haven't yet, but it would be nice to have the left, right assigned to D-pad and triggers. Yes, I actually talked about that. I have that on I have that assigned on my on portable too. Yeah, the best way to do it is to assign the change the button mapping. I actually put up a tweet on Twitter about it, Huddy. So if you want to see how to do it, I put my my mapping scheme on Twitter. And yeah, it works. A lot of people were saying thank you. I appreciate that, you know. So yeah, here I'm gonna put a link to that mapping scheme. Or actually, hold up. I'm gonna save it and then I'm gonna show the image again so you guys can see it. Oh, I have my editor up. I gotta get out of my editor. That's using resources right now, man. Can't be having my editor up. All right. So here is, no, not video capture, image. Here is, we're gonna add a new image and we're going to put up this image. So here's my configuration that I use. I mean, you can maybe tweak it to be a little bit better, but here's the configuration that I use. I use this right here. So this is, it's the same one that I had for Xenoblade 1. So it's the same one for Xenoblade 1. So you take like the top, the shoulder buttons, and you assign the ZL and ZR to left and right on the D-pad. And then you take the D-pad and you assign the ZL to the left and right on the D-pad. So that's what I did. And that gets you to where you can move and scroll through arts at the same time, which is actually really important in the game. So I'm surprised that they didn't have a control method that does this. I'm actually a little surprised they don't have a default control method that does this. But hey, at least with the Switch, unlike the Wii and the Wii U, yeah, the Wii U, you couldn't change it. You just had to deal with it. So unlike those systems, with the Switch, you can actually button map from the default menu. So that's good. That's a good thing. So that's mine that I used. It's also on Twitter too, so if you didn't get that, or if you didn't get a chance to look at that, if it wasn't up long enough, or you forget, let me put the link on Twitter so you guys can see it for this button mapping. But yeah, a lot of people were very happy. It was actually also, shout out to Boomstick. I remember getting that from Boomstick Gaming. He talked about that. I might make another video discussing that to make it a lot better, easier to play. So real Xenoblade fans don't need button mapping, but yeah, button mapping makes switching arts much easier. No, here's the thing though. You do need button mapping if you're a real Xenoblade fan, because if you're a real Xenoblade fan, there is no getting around the fact that they map changing arts on the D-pad and your thumbstick here. No matter what, you have to take your hand off of the button to go here. So a real Xenoblade fan is going to want to be able to move and change arts to actually get into position and be the best that they can be at the highest level. So a real Xenoblade fan is absolutely going to change the button mapping if they can, because there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't, I mean, you can maybe do both. Like, you can't. Your thumb doesn't move that way. Your thumb, or maybe you can play like this, you know, and move around and play like this, but then your hand also can't click the button for the to activate the arts fast enough, because you're gonna have to be moving your hand back and forth. So it's much easier just to go like this. You can control the arts, you can press the button whenever you want, and you can move whenever you want. So a real Xeno fan absolutely is going to map the buttons. Now, if you're more casual with it, then yeah, you'll leave it alone. But real Xeno fans are going to change the button mapping. You're going to change the button mapping on there. Finally beat Resident Evil 4 Remake, 5 out of 10. LOL. It is not a 5 out of 10. Stop. Game is more than a 5 out of 10, bro. More than 5 out of 10. What's up, Solo Nepion? I'll check it out. I did that for Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition and it helped a lot. Yeah, you should just have the profile saved. So just save the profile like I did. Like you can save it, and then you can have multiple loadouts, right? So you can have multiple loadouts for like different games and then save the profile. So just load up your Xenoblade profile. And once you have the Xenoblade profile up, it'll save it, or it'll ask you, hey, you want to change it? Or you want to go back to default? So it's actually pretty convenient, you know? So yeah. All right, let me get this next track here. All right, take it easy, Dior. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. I appreciate you. Shout outs. I didn't know what they did. What they didn't use the NLA helicopter tour music that plays when you first arrive for the city theme instead of the. Dude, people have been complaining about this for 10 years, but yeah, man, it would have been nice, but it's not. It is what it is. I suggest turning down the background music completely and turning on whatever music you want to play in the back. How about that? Have your phone ready. New LA. No, that's actually annoying. Turn it off. Yeah, that's annoying. Turning it on and off. If they would have given you an option to just like, they should have just given you an option to change the music. I don't know why they just didn't do that. Hey, what's up, Kimmerix? Yo, Evan's here in the chat. What up, Evan? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Hope you're ready for an exciting Spawncast tomorrow. Right? I don't know if Evan's ever been excited in his life about anything. I'm not sure if you've ever been excited about anything. New LA theme cracks me up every time. Yeah, it's a pretty funny thing. It's a pretty funny thing. More remake talk? Awesome. I know, seriously. More of the same. More of the same. The same goes the same way. Hey, but I'll say this, Evan. It beats clocking in, doesn't it? Like, it beats clocking into work. I can tell you that right now. Bro, I think I'd rather, like... No, I wouldn't rather die. But I think... Everyone's like, well, I might. But no, I think I'd rather definitely, like... clocking in, regardless of how crappy things can be overall when it comes to content creation, which it can be crappy editing and doing content creation, I think it's still one of the most goated jobs out there. Like, I think it's still a really cool job. Like I said, there's a lot of downsides. A lot of downsides that people don't talk about, or maybe some people don't talk about. But there's a lot of upside to it. There's a lot of upside to it, you know? One of these days, though, I will, like, go back to, like, the regular workforce. Like, I will work in marketing. I don't know when, but one of these days, like, maybe later, maybe in the next 10 years, 7 to 10 years, I will go back to do, like, a regular job. Like, I'll just do marketing. Like, I'll work for a video game company and work my way up and do marketing. You know, like, I don't know how long I'm going to do this, like, how much longer. But I will, like I said, I've gotten so much experience and built so many contacts, I can get a job in the industry pretty much at any company. So, working in marketing. So, eventually I'll do something. But for right now, it's like, hell no. For right now, hell not. But later I will. Later, like, way in the future, down the line. Um, was he excited about the serious dad joke Spawnwave dropped this morning? I didn't hear I didn't watch the news wave this morning just because I was busy I was busy as heck. I had to edit. I had to take care of my boy. We had the gardeners coming. We had finally got our backyard cut up, so that was good. Backyard's looking good. We got a bunch of trash that we needed we got a bunch of stuff that we had to just take out. So we got all that cleaned up, so now we can just really get the garage done, get everything done, and then we can finally build our gym. So I can finally build my gym, and we can build our like little lounge area in the garage that we're gonna have, plus our car. We're gonna have enough space for the car, a little like bar lounge area, and like a gym like setup. So it's a nice size garage. So I'm looking forward to that because we got to just get that cleared out, and then I can't wait to start, you know, building that out. That's gonna be so cool, like, because that's gonna be like, it's just gonna be cool to have like a little bar area and like to have like a gym workout area, and then of course still have enough to park the car. So yeah, that's what I was doing today. I was we were doing that today. Why go back to a normal job? I don't know. How much longer do you guys really want me to, like, when I'm like 60, 70 years old, JoJo, boy, am I really going to be screaming JoJo like at 60 or 70? I just don't know if it's going to be like cool for me to do that. Like, I'm already old, but like, so, I mean, does that seem logical at like, when I'm like 65, 70 to be screaming JoJo into a mic? I don't know. It's cool and it's hype now, but I mean, I guess I could, but we'll see what happens. Says yes. Black though. Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. I probably could, man. I mean, considering, look at Review Tech. Review Tech, he's still doing it. I mean, he's a lolcow, but he's still doing it, and people are still supporting him. Review Tech looks 60, 65. Review Tech looks 60. So, I mean, and he's 40. He's 40. I think he's in his early 40s. I think he's in his earlier mid 40s. I think mid 40s. Earlier mid 40s, whatever. So, I mean, I guess if he's still doing that, I don't think he's gonna stop anytime soon. But I don't know, man. Yo, Tia, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Yeah, I ain't ready for that OJ retirement tour. No, guys, I'm not. Let's just make things clear, guys. I'm not retiring anytime soon. Like, I will not retire anytime soon from creating content like this. And if anything, I probably won't stop doing the channel. I'll simply find someone else to do it for me, and then I'll come on every now and then. Like, I'll be like a guest. But I'll definitely keep the channel going. I'll just hire someone to do it for me. Like, someone that has, but someone young that knows the how to run the stream, like that's been watching or whatever. Somebody young that I know that I can pass it on to, that will be able to, like, you know, keep the essence, keep the, you know, whatever going, and keep the type of streams that I do. And then I'll guest appear, I'll hang out every now and then. But I won't stop the channel completely. No, the channel will continue, but it just won't be me every single day. I'll find somebody else to do it, you know? So yeah. Take care of your teeth. If you don't, tell your. You know what? I gotta pull a Dreamcast guy. If my teeth are good. My teeth are good. But if I ever need the new teeth, I just gotta go with the Dream. You guys are paying for my teeth. I've already actually did this. If I ever need that, I'm gonna do the GoFundMe, like Dreamcast guy. I didn't know that. Like, I paid like over 10K plus to fix my teeth after I destroyed my tooth in Nigeria the other day. Plus all the stuff that I've done since 2021. I just needed to run a GoFundMe, and I could have just had everybody else pay for it. So next time, if I need the dentures, I'm doing the GoFundMe. I'm doing the Dreamcast guy method. I ain't doing the regular method of myself paying for it. No, I'm just joking. Shout out to Dreamcast guy. He really needed the money to do those denture stuff, though. He needed that. Yeah, Boruto essence. Nah, my boy ain't gonna do this. No, my boy ain't gonna be doing this because my boy's gonna be playing for like USC. You know, by the time that I'm retiring or whatever, he's gonna be a multi-millionaire playing for USC. He's probably gonna have more money than I am. So he's probably gonna have more money than me, bro. So no, he's not gonna be doing that. No, he'll be playing football and be getting paid NIL money and be doing very, very, very well for himself. So no, he's not doing this. Don't get me wrong. He's gonna do content. He's gonna have his own channel and he's gonna do content. But it's gonna be like with sponsors, and it's gonna be different. Like, it ain't gonna be like, grassroots like I was, you know, from like nothing. His is gonna be, he's a big time athlete, so you know, he's gonna have his sponsors and his setups and his nice production crew and all that stuff like that. So yeah, his channel's gonna be completely different. Shout out to Super Christian Miro. Thank you for the $2 dono. So sup old man OJ. Question on X about button mapping. What's the question that you have? What question do you have? A Honda doesn't cost that much in terms of a car? And what are you asking me about? Honda? Like a Honda car? Yeah, Hondas are good price. Depending on what Honda you're getting, but yeah, those are usually good prices. No, a little less than he's got his own things that he's got to do, you know? He's got his own plans and his own world that he's gonna conquer. Let's see. What do you mean? No one talks about the downsides. Places you're always complaining about YouTube. I am not always complaining about the I'm talking about the other downsides that people don't talk about. You know, a lot of people don't talk about it. Don't talk about some of that stuff because there's no point in talking about it because it is what it is. Complaining about YouTube though, that's just YouTube. But what I've said about YouTube is I said generally it's good. There's so many good things about YouTube. You know. Does the button mapping work on other Xenoblade games? Well, yes, but the button mapping, you don't need it for Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3 because moves are assigned to the face buttons. Really, the button mapping, it's just for Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade X. But for Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3, you don't need that same button mapping scheme. Now, you can use button mapping, but there's no need to have that same button mapping, no. Because like I said, arts are tied to face buttons in Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3. Good live stream your boys' youth football games? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, George Foreman unfortunately passed away. Probably not. I'm gonna let him have his youth. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to record them and I'm going to have them available, like so we can watch. Because my youth football games were never taped. Well, no, they were taped, but I don't know who has the tapes. Like I know who has the tapes. Never mind. But I'm not gonna ask him for the tapes. But yeah, I'm gonna record my boys' football games and all that. But yeah, those will just be for like personal usage, not for internet, you know, and all that. Maybe like his high school football games, like when he's about to get ready to go to college, and like when he needs publicity and like to get, you know, NIL deals and what school he's going to. Yeah, sure. Those games, yeah, those will be on the internet. Sure, absolutely. You know, but not youth football. No, not youth football. Let him be a kid and experience that. But yeah, high school football games, absolutely. But we're gonna have to wait about. I think the earliest he can play varsity is when he's 15. You got to be 15 years old to play varsity in most places. So yeah, that's not gonna be till 2040. Wait, is it two? Yeah, 2038, 2039, 2040. So we got a while to go. Let's see here. No, it's all good, House Gang. You're good, brother. I said it was only one day. I'm not gonna hold anything against you, and I even admitted that maybe 24 was a bit too strong. So it's all good, man. Nothing to apologize or nothing to dwell on. But thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, once again, nothing to dwell on, man. I appreciate you. I know you've been here for a long time. But yeah, if I could undo the 24 hours, I would have undone it, and maybe make it only like an hour or something like that. So my bad for it being so damn long. So sorry, my bad about that. I overreacted a little bit. Let's see here. Let's see. I'll be 40s by then. Yeah, you'll be old. You'll be old man. Old man cart. You'll be old man cart by then, party man. Don't worry, you'll probably still look very similar to how you look now because you don't drink, you don't smoke, you're exercising, you take care of yourself. You don't really have a good mental health, you know, and all that good stuff. So you'll probably still look very similar, you know. World might end by then. I hope it doesn't. My boy needs to play. My boy needs to play. My boy needs to play football. So I hope it doesn't end by then. I really hope it doesn't. I do want to say, I remember this Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U. I still have, for some, back then I used to put my receipts in there. I still have the receipt from Super Mario 3D World. It's kind of fading a bit, but I remember buying it. But I bought the game, but it's faded. But I still have the receipt where they circle all these different crap in terms of things. But I still have the GameStop receipt where I went and bought it. Did you guys know that what's it called? Actually, I want to make this maybe a YouTube short. So maybe I'll do that. So let's talk about this real quick. Okay. So, did you guys know that Nintendo used to release their games on Sunday? And that sucked. I don't know why they released their games on Sunday, but yeah, games like Super Mario 3D World used to be released on Sunday. Why on Sunday? Because you don't even have the weekend to play the game. So if you were off on weekends, too bad. You can only play it that time, and you probably have to go to work on Monday. One of the worst decisions, in my opinion, to release games on Sunday. And I have no idea why Nintendo did that. Maybe it was because of distribution. Maybe to have the game fully stocked for the following week. I'm not really sure. But it made being a Nintendo fan really tough in the Wii U era when you are releasing games on Sunday and not the weekend where people can hype it up and play. Now sometimes people have to wait to play the game. That's one of the things that Nintendo did. I don't know what they were doing in that era. That was one of them. And then you combine that with, like, sometimes regions getting games earlier beforehand. Like sometimes Japan would get the game like months before we got the game over here in the US. That was also a problem too. So it was just crazy. I don't know why Nintendo did that, but to me, it was one of the craziest things that Nintendo did in the Wii U era was Sunday releases for brand new games. What is going on there? So yeah. It was your birthday yesterday? Hey, shout outs. Happy birthday, man. I'm sorry that I soured your birthday. Your birthday with the timeout. I did not know it was your birthday. Happy birthday though, man. Happy birthday, of course. And Super Mario 3D World. We can talk about Super Mario 3D World. There's really not much of an instruction booklet. It's really not even an instruction booklet. It seems like more like a pamphlet. This is the Super Mario 3D World pamphlet. There's not much to it. So we can talk about this for your birthday, House King. But you know what? There's not even much there. All it is different languages. Yeah, it's in a bunch of different languages here. It's not even in English. What's going on? Is it? Oh, okay. English is on the other side. Okay. So yeah, English is on this side, then other languages on the other side. That's awesome. Other languages on the other side. That's good at least. So it just gives you some basic moves of what you can do with the Wii U gamepad, how you play. Crouch, move, dash, operate camera, jump. You can touch objects. Standard moves, you have the ground pound. You have the hold objects. Multiplayer moves, pick up a friend, and enter a bubble. You can also have the cat moves as well. Climb walls, claw, slide, and pounce. So that's all you need, man. That's all you needed in there. What is your original Nintendo console? Obviously the NES. I grew up with the NES back in the day. That was my first Nintendo console, was the NES. So yeah. Who played Super Mario 3D World? I know I played the heck out of this game. I played it a lot myself. I beat it once with myself, and then I also I beat the game with my daughter, which was cool. I played the game a lot with my daughter. I would be near my 40s then. DeAndre, you're so young, you wouldn't even be in your 40s 15 years from now. That's awesome. Oh, man. I don't know. Don't worry though, guys. I'll still be an old man on here doing JOJO Fridays and still being excited about video games. Here's the thing that I've noticed. The thing that I'm actually super excited about getting older and even doing this, it was unfathomable. Fathomable. I'm saying the name. You guys know what I mean. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied right now. But it was unheard of for anybody when you were younger or like back in the day. Like nobody thought that there would be 40, 50-year-old YouTubers talking about Nintendo games or talking about games. That's the funny thing. We all thought this was going to be something that nobody would do once you're in your late 30s or 40s or whatever. And now there are a slew of old head Nintendo content creators, guys that are in their 40s, even 50s, that are just fine talking about video games. And remember, we didn't think that would be a thing. So it's very possible that 10, 15 years from now, things will be just like they are now for the most part. Probably not the exact same. Obviously, there'll be different people and different stuff. People will move on, whatever the case is. But it's very fathomable that I look very similar to how I am right now. And we are doing this. Really, the only difference between me now at this point and me 10 years ago when I streamed was that I have a beard. But, and obviously I look more youthful, but I don't look better. Yes, I look younger. That doesn't mean I look better. I think I look better now than I did 10 years ago, like in 2015. If you go back and watch my videos from 2015, I think I look better now than I did in 2015. You can tell I was younger though, but because I have a beard. People think when you have a beard, it makes you look older, right? But I definitely look oh my god, what the heck? Oh my gosh, I almost knocked my glasses off, or my glasses flew off. Anyway, but I look better now at this point than I did back then, so it makes sense, you know? So almost 46, so yeah, I'll be an old man, Cyber. Nothing wrong with that, you're good. I'll be pushing 50. Dude, push 50 harder than anybody's ever pushed 50 before. If you're pushing 50, be the coolest 50-year-old ever. That's what I gotta say. And it's not even about, like I said, your age, bro. It's really just more about how you take care of yourself. I'm gonna take care of myself really, really well. I'm gonna lift weights. I'm gonna eat good. I'm gonna eat clean. Today I ate super clean, bro. I had a couple lime chips, but nothing really too crazy. But I had protein. I had chicken. I had nice clean chicken. I had vegetables. I had a nice little cut of beef. You know, had a couple of the healthy peanut mix. Take care of yourself. Eat good. Drink water. All that, man. You'll be feeling good when you're 40, 50. I feel good now, you know? And I'm 50. So yeah. My first Nintendo console was the DS, and the game I got was Lego Batman. You must be young. You're pretty young, huh, Miguel? That's good, though. I almost 100% of the game at the part where you got to use every character. I don't know what game you're talking about, 777, but it's all good. Wrestlers still wrestling at 50. Exactly. Wrestlers are still wrestling at 50. You know, so if you can wrestle, I mean, how old is Orton? Isn't Orton like 40 something? Not at this point, you know? So The Rock is like 50, right? Isn't The Rock like 50 or something like that? I don't know. How old is The Rock? The Rock is like 50 something. Yeah, but The Rock is 52. Still wrestling. Still going jabroni. Still acting. Still doing all that good stuff. So if The Rock can still be doing that at 52, I can still be sitting here saying JoJo Boys at 62. Because that's nowhere near as physically taxing, you know? So yeah, it's all good though. I have a veggie patty wrapped with lettuce, chopped onions, and mushrooms. Ooh, that sounds good. Even Cody's older too. Cody's a little bit older too. He really gutted it out in the wrestling business till he got his time, man. Shout outs to Cody, you know. Like he really had to pay his dues. He really did. This man, it took him forever to really be who he is now, you know, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. He really paid his dues and took his time and really did it the long way. Cabbage juice does wonders for your health. Okay, cabbage. I ain't drinking no cabbage juice, but maybe I'll consider it. Happy Console Gamer is an amazing older creator. Oh, exactly. Yeah, Happy Console Gaming. Yeah, Happy Console Gamer. Tiara says, OJ, glad AC Shadows is making successful after getting lots of underserved hate pre-release. Yeah, well, it's successful right now. We'll see how far it goes. We got to see how far it goes. So, yeah. Cena's 47. 15 years later, I'll be the player at this next generation. Yeah. Hopefully, party man. Hopefully, there'll be a little party dude at some point. So yeah, yo, Deportes is slim with the $2 dono. It says meaningful content and a robust wife keeps you. Meaningful content and a robust wife keeps you young. Yeah, exactly. Just don't stuff her full of DoorDash to the point to where she's more robust than ever. Those stuff full of DoorDash and trans fats and fatty foods and all sorts of stuff, man. That's crazy, bro. I ain't never seen that with the content creator. I mean, you've seen it with like TV or something like that, but I ain't never seen anything like that with the content creator, where they come in as like tiny, thin, all of a sudden next time you see them, it's crazy. OJ, you see DoorDash accepting payment plans now? I did see that. Man, you got it. That's all sorts of ghetto. Sit there going a payment plan like that. That's like that just seems like fat. I don't. It just seems like somebody. There ain't nothing wrong with being, if you bigger. It's not, no, nobody's fat shaming, but damn, bro, you putting down payments on DoorDash. You putting payments on that just seems like a sin, like gluttony. Like I don't know. So let me put a down payment on a cheeseburger. Let me put a payment plan on a burger plan. Like I just. Oh man, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, but putting down payments on Big Macs and stuff, like payment plans on food, like it's just, bro, you need to just, at that point, you need to go to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store and buy your food. Go buy some burgers. Go buy some lean meat. Go buy a pan. Go get some avocado oil. Spray that baby down. Get some nice, shredded cheese and just make it yourself. Don't be sitting there and put it in the fridge and warm it up. Like, you don't need to be doing DoorDash payment plans. That just seems wild to me. Now, if you want to enjoy a DoorDash when you're out somewhere or something, that's completely fine. If you don't have a car and you need to get something to eat, a lot of people don't have cars. Where I live, you kind of need to have a car because the public transportation system is trash in Central California. It's garbage. You'll be sitting out in the heat, man. You'll go outside white, you'll come black. You'll come back black. If you sit out in the heat, a lot of them don't even have covers where I'm at, and it gets 100+ degrees. So I do not recommend public transportation, in California. I mean, in Los Angeles, yeah, it's okay. San Francisco, it's okay. But where I'm at, it's terrible. So you kind of need to have a car as an adult here. So DoorDash is a thing here, but people don't be DoorDashing like that. People eat. Oh, people eat here, but they go with their car and go pick it up. DoorDash is still a thing though. Like people still DoorDash here and everything, but it's really like when you need to have it. Like when you really need to have it, because it's like there's no point in sitting there and paying DoorDash fees, So I don't ever DoorDash anything. I don't ever use DoorDash or anything unless I'm. Hey, what's up, Nintendo? Welcome to the stream, brother. Good to see you here. What's up, Jaime? I only use DoorDash when I'm out. Like if I'm out, like at a Nintendo event or something, like when they've invited me, yeah, I'll use DoorDash for that. Like when I'm at like a hotel, because I don't know the area, unless I can walk to somewhere. If I can walk to somewhere, I'll walk there and get it. But if not, then I'll use DoorDash. Or if it's like too late and I don't want to go out at night because I don't know the city, I don't know the areas, I don't know like I don't know the mood. I'm not going out. I'm staying in my hotel. I ain't trying to be on Forensic Files. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught up in some, San Francisco downtown and thing that I didn't know I shouldn't be in the area when at a certain time. I don't know. I just keep it, when I travel, I keep it safe. I don't go out like that. So that's the only time that I use DoorDash. I don't use DoorDash when I'm at my house, like I just go pick up the food. Yeah, you can, DoorDash groceries. Yeah, DoorDash some groceries. Doesn't RGT DoorDash almost everything? I know he did before. I think that was before he almost died in the hospital. I think after the almost death in the hospital, I think he stopped DoorDashing everything, or stopped ordering it as much, because that was part reason why he what's it called? He had that issue. If you don't have a car, you can DoorDash literally all sorts of stuff. You can literally get a video game DoorDash to you. DoorDash. I didn't have a car. It did suck, but it helped. Yeah. Usually when I don't have a car, like I'll usually rent a car. But renting a car is so expensive. Like I had to take my car to the shop a few weeks ago, And oh my gosh, they kept on delaying my car getting out. I ran up like a freaking $600 bill because all they had, because I made a reservation too quick, and all they had was a sport car. I took like this sport car that wasn't even that great of a car, like a Volkswagen. The insurance on there was crazy because my insurance doesn't cover rental vehicles. So I was paying a crazy insurance amount every single day just in case something did happen. Oh my goodness, bro. It was wild. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, I usually rent a car, but sometimes I don't. So if you don't have anything, then you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? If I really need a car, my mom will let me use her car. Like I've used my mom's car before, so yeah, sometimes I'll use my mom's car if I really need to use a car. Or I'll just Uber where I need to go. I'll just Uber to the place and then Uber back, you know. So yeah. 2 for 1 free Uber, Uber desperate. Thanks to DSP. Whenever people mention DoorDash, I think of that weirdo. I know, seriously, because this fool spends $10 million on DoorDash per year. Although I have been getting into some videos. I've never watched these guys before, but have you seen these videos on these guys that are gamblers that lose all their money gambling? Some guy named like Boss Man Jack. Has anybody heard about this guy? I've never heard about him up until recently. I saw a video. It just popped up on my home screen, and it was this guy who sits there gambling on stake all day, and he's a complete douchebag to his stepdad and his mom. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I hear him yelling at his stepdad, yelling at his mom as they like talk to him and stuff like that, and he's still living in their house. And the way that he talks to them, I swear, bro, if that was me, I would not be alive if I talked to my mom that way. I sure as heck wouldn't be living in that house, but I don't think I'd be alive if I spoke to my mom the way that he speaks to his parents. And I'll say this, if I ever have a, you know, if my boy grows up and he's talking to me like I said, I don't know how fast I would kick. The boot would be so fast. I couldn't imagine that ever happening to me. Yes, it popped. Yeah, okay. So it wasn't just me. It was you too. The Boss Man Jack video's been popping up recently. Yeah, I don't know if it's for a lot of people. It just popped up. I'm like, what's this about? This guy's losing all his money. Let me see what he's doing. You know. So yeah. If you sniper ship on Uber, you can save money. I don't even know what that is. Let's see, son gonna have to catch. Yeah, exactly, Joystick. Gonna have to catch a mean fade. But this dude's yelling at his parents, and this dude's cursing. Every other single word is a curse word. Is a this? Is a that? This guy is a complete scumbag. And apparently he got arrested for assault, like from a family member. So he's assaulting people in the house. They let him back in. I'll say something right now. If anybody in my house ever assaults me and go to jail for assault, you ain't coming back in this house. I can tell you that right now. If there's anybody ever arrested for assault, you ain't coming back and living in my house. I can tell you that right now. People are too lenient. You cannot assault a family member, assault a parent, and come back and live in that same house. You need to get yourself together, and you need to go get a job, and you need to go get an apartment, go find some roommates, get your own place. But you ain't coming back here. They're just enabling his behavior. They're just enabling his behavior, man. Enabling. But yeah, I mean, Christian, this would never happen in a traditional Nigerian or oh my God, I'm shuddering to think what would happen if I even dared try. I swear I would have my uncles flying in, my brother would drive. It would be like when what's it called, when World War II, when Germany got pincer attacked from the east and the west, the Russians and the Allies. I'd be in a bunker yelling at bro. I'd get pincer attacked. I'd have uncles flying in from Nigeria. I'd have my brother coming in from the east. I'm telling you right now, that might be over for me if I would yell the stuff that that dude be yelling. I think it might be. I think they beat me up. I think they hold me down, and they'd hold me down physically and beat my butt. I honestly think that people, oh, you're an adult. Nah. I think my uncles would fly in, my brother would come through, and they'd teach me a lesson. If I ever spoke to my mom, whether this dude's out here cursing and yelling at them and saying F this and kicking his door down, I honestly think even at my age, I think they would fly here and they would beat me to a pulp. I'll keep it a buck. That's what would happen to me. Because there's no way I can speak like that to my mom and get away with it. Not a chance. Oh, it would be the end of me if I try that. Exactly, it'd be the end of you. I wouldn't even dare. My mom scares me like she'd beat the shit out of me if I spoke to her. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. You guys watch the video if you get a little opportunity. Check out the like Boss Man Jack videos. This guy is crazy, absolutely nuts, man. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. We did go a little bit extra. I owed you guys some extra time anyway. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out to JOJO Fridays. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for everything here. We're gonna play around one more time real quick. Woo! Thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream tonight. Tonight was a great stream. Really enjoyed it. We had 600 plus people watching on all of our social media combined, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Man, it was great on the viewership. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being awesome. I had a recent video though. If you guys want to watch my video, I talked about the sales update for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. We got our first sales update for the game. So if you haven't seen that sales update, check it out. It's a good video and got a lot of new subs from that video too. 14 plus new subs already just today on that video. So thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, man, here's the video here. And I want to say thank you so much, Cyber Taurus, with the multiple donos today. You end the stream as the Hokage and Stream Ninja. I do want to do one more thing, is that people who end the stream as the Hokage and Stream Ninja get to pick one more last track to hear us out on, like when we say thank you to everybody. So Cyber Taurus, since you are the Hokage and Stream Ninja, you do get a track. So pick a great track for us to end this stream out on, as I say bye to everybody here and go over all of the thanks and everything. So that's one thing that I want to add in, like the people, like somebody who does like the biggest dono or whatever the case is, you get a track to end us out on here. So go ahead and pick that track, Vadcent. Or no, sorry, not that. Shout out to Vadcent. I appreciate you. But Cyber Taurus, go ahead and pick out that track, and we'll end the track out on that. And of course, I'll go over the people that supported as well once Cyber Taurus gives me that track to put up. Shout out to Vadcent. Appreciate you. Solo Nepion, big love. But yeah, that's the video, guys. The video, we went over a number of different things. Let me explain that. We went over the Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition first sales update. We're going to have more. We're going to have another one next week. We went over Atelier Yumiya. There was a pretty cool crossover there. So if you're interested in that game, there's that. We also went over some other gaming news that was a lot of fun as well. We went over, what else did I go over? I forgot some of the stuff there. Oh yes, Monster Hunter Wilds as well. Splatfest, Splatoon's not done. And the Super Nintendo update, some of the stuff that I thought about that. So there's actually a lot of cool, old school Player Essence PE news video. Corridors of Time. All right, sounds good. Corridors of Time. All right, take us out on that. Jacob Dressback, yo, with the JoJo.
Let's get a farewell JoJo for Ya, OJ.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Farewell JoJo. Here we go. Here we go. It was a little late. Sorry. Played the wrong button. But we still got it. We still got it. Don't worry. We still got it. Big love. We're going further beyond too. Big love to Jacob Dressback with another JoJo. Corridors of Time. All right. Big love to Jacob Dressback. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let me turn this up. We'll bump it a little bit. All right. Big love to everybody here in the chat. Party Man, Cyber Taurus, Epic Globster, David V. If you want me to say bye to you, make sure you say bye. And I will say bye to everybody here. So if you're in the chat, say bye. And I'll see you guys tomorrow as well, too. Super Christian Me World. Yes. You guys play Xenoblade Chronicles X tonight, man. Play Xenoblade Chronicles X. This is such an exciting time. I'm like about to like get teary-eyed, man. Because I'm having so much fun streaming. I'm having so much fun talking. You guys are like my extended family, man. Seriously, it's like therapy. But I always get nostalgic and get a little fuzzy feeling whenever Chrono Trigger music comes on. So I think that's actually what's triggering my watery eyes right now. But seriously, thank you guys for the support tonight. The other day, and this is not something that I want to dwell on, but the other day I was thinking about it because, you know, some people say, oh, you know, I think Steam Deck was here earlier. It's like, oh yeah, you know, some of your peers they're doing better. They got more subs. You're treating people better. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, I don't know anybody that talks and gives the type of advice or treats people better. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I could be better. I could not overreact something, but I think that the authenticity of this stream and what we do here, to me, it just matters more than what I see. So sub count and all that doesn't matter to me, man. Like, cool, I want people to sub because the content's great, but what really matters to me is the interactions, is the discussions, is the awesomeness. People saying that, oh, I'm gonna change my life, I'm gonna exercise more, I'm gonna eat better. Oh man, OJ, thank you for this. Or, yo, OJ, have you heard about this? Like the day-to-day operations of just running this and having you guys here to talk to is honestly therapeutic, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, outside of obviously like my kids and my wife and my family. But like this is like the best thing ever, dude. So sub count and all that doesn't even matter anymore, man. Like, it's cool that we have 125k, it's cool that we're getting new subs, but at the end of the day, the 200 people plus 600 people, whatever we get watching, and like the support that you guys have here, man, it's nuts, bro. So I want to say thank you once again, man. Seriously, thank you guys so much. Style Boys, Party Man Cart, Jaime, Vadsent, Egomaniac, Triple, J2 Chronicles, big love to Deported Sicilian, Tilia Glider, Brian, Horace, Atomic Toaster, Simeon Coin, shout outs, man, Clabby, Ryan Williams, Rhonda Bishop, Mr. Marvel with multiple donos tonight. I think this was Mr. Marvel, Ice Sonic, Alex, Ice Sizzle, Clabby once again, Mr. Marvel once again, Akira, Tats, African Triforce, Nick 93, George FT, Shaw X as well. Thank you for the big JoJo earlier, starting it off. General Zamora as well. So thank you guys so much for everything. I love you all. We will be back tomorrow for more streaming and more awesomeness. So I love you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a nice night. Play Xenoblade. Play Assassin's Creed. Play Atelier. Play whatever you're playing. Have fun. And take it easy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. So don't be stupid this weekend, boys and girls. Enjoy yourself at home. Keep yourself safe. We don't need anybody dying or getting clapped before the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation and before the big PS5 and Xbox Series and stuff and all that stuff is coming out this year. So stay safe out there, boys.